Blog Talk Radio.
Here we go. Blast off.
This is True Capitalist Radio. True Capitalist Radio.
I am your host, the man they call Ghost.
The badass of business.
Give him capitalism or give him death.
That's it. Period.
Broadcasting from his Skyline office studios in beautiful downtown Austin, Texas.
You sound fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops, for Christ's sake.
And now, he'll take it from here. Your host, the prognosticator of prognosticators, the man they call Ghost.
Tuning in with me. You know what, folks, I'm telling you, every day doing this broadcast is killing me. I'm not joking around. Now, I'm sorry, folks, if I'm venting once again, but I want to be completely honest with you. I just don't have another time of the day. I don't have time in the day anymore, and it's pissing me off, to say the least. So my apology if I sound a little upset. If I sound a little angry, I just don't have time to do anything anymore. I'm not even joking around. I have no time to do anything. But aside from my banter, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me on this Tuesday edition. And folks, before I get into the whole rigmarole, did you hear that the term Taco Tuesday has been trademarked by some assholes that own a taco joint that are serving people cease and desist letters and threatening litigation over using the term Taco Tuesday? I'm not joking around. So that's, a little upsetting today, to say the least. I mean, anyway, folks, let's just get right into it, all right? This is episode number 484. Episode number 484 for all the folks that are keeping track of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And before we get into anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, folks. All right, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab, the Twitter alternative. Twitter and Gab. You can follow me on both of those social media networks at Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow, all right? Anyway, now that we've gotten all that stuff out of the way, folks, look, I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I've just been having a whole bad weekend, all right? Friday, I fall off the wagon because these assholes on Twitter and, on social media, they piss me off. They induced me to drink, all right? They induced me to drink, and here I am. I'm falling off the wagon, and to be completely honest with you, the whole goddamn time that I've been off this wagon here, and look, I haven't drank since Sunday, so let's go ahead and put that on the record. But ever since I've fallen off the wagon, folks, it's just been bad. It's been bad news. I want to be honest with you, and then we're going to get into the financial hour and all this stuff, but I just had to get this off my chest because, I don't have anyone that I can unload these types of thoughts onto. You know what I'm saying? I just, and I consider that, since I'm doing this broadcast and it's consuming a good portion of my life, I decided I'd go ahead and just unload what I'm about to say. Now, folks, on Saturday, I went out perusing the joke of a bar scene. the joke of a bar scene out here in San Hambonio. And, you know, folks, there's not many places I like to patronize out here, to be honest with you. You're taking your own life in your own hands in San Hambonio. I understand that they are actually having a city election, and I don't think anybody that is being that is running for city council or mayor is going to do one bit of difference. This place is really, really screwed up, and it has a lot to do with the bureaucracy of government itself. So screwed up. So let me get to the point I'm trying to make here. All right. I'm at a bar, okay, and you know I've told you guys a lot of weird stories out here in San Hambonio bars. This one takes the taco, all right. And I don't mean Taco Tuesday, all right? So don't start sending me cease and desist letters, for Christ's sake. But, you know, here I am. You're at a bar. You're drinking. And you have to have at least proximity to a bathroom to relieve your bladder, you know, so you can continue to drink. You continue to keep drinking, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? And I go to the bathroom, right? And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I went a little shopping earlier, like that day. You know, I went shopping, like, you know, in the afternoon prior to the Saturday night troll show that I host on 5:30 p.m. Saturday nights. And I bought myself some new threads. You know what I mean? I even bought myself some new undies. Yeah, I bought myself some new underwears. And, you know, I'm a boxer guy for all you idiots that are, like, wondering. You know, my schlong is pretty long. I can't be, you know, putting it any kind of tighty-whitey. So, you know, it's boxer time over here. And, you know how boxers, you know, they have that little, like, what do you call it? The dick hole? You know, the little dick hole with the, sorry to be vulgar. I'm just being true. It's got the little button. You know, you got the little button that you have to unbutton or whatever, and then you can be able to, you be able to take out the, whatever, all right? Anyway, this is my first time, going to the restroom at the bar, and here I am, I'm kind of used to having the dick hole open, you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know, I mean, it's easier access, all right? I mean, I'm serious. I mean, it's a big to-do. It's a long thing that I got to just take out and whip out, so it's just easier access, all right? But little did I know, I didn't have the, like, button unbuttoned in the dick hole, okay? I didn't have the button unbuttoned. So as a result, I'm sitting here and I'm messing with this button, trying to, get this button undone, the dick hole button. In the boxers, I'm standing at the urinal, and the guy next to me is looking right at my Johnson. He's looking at me, and he's like, giving me a wink eye or something. And I'm like, what the hell? This guy thinks that I'm sitting here fondling myself because I'm trying to get the freaking dick hole open, for Christ's sake. This guy thinks that I'm trying to do some freaking... And let me tell you something. After that, I was like, you know what? It's a bad wagon fall off, to say the least. All right, a bad wagon fall off. Give me the mic. And here I am, folks. When this guy was like looking at me, like I guess he thought I was like fondling my Johnson. I was trying to unhook the dick hole, the button. You know what I'm talking about? You guys that wear boxers, you know what I'm talking about? The freaking the button, the dick hole. And here this guy thinks I'm like fondling myself to get his attention. Man, let me tell you, I don't want to go into public men's bathrooms ever again, man. Ever again. And let me tell you, I'm sorry to bring this up. I'm sorry to even bring this up the first hour. But I'm going to be completely honest with you, man. I mean, men's bathrooms are an epicenter of sick, disgusting activity in today's post-Obama America. All right? I'm not even joking around, man. I mean, it is a freak show in there. And, I never realized that it's getting so freak show now that you've got idiots like that are just trying to hook you up at the urinal now. Remember, the Larry Craig toe tapping thing? You know what I'm talking about, right? I thought this whole like sick, twisted, perverted nonsense that was happening in men's bathrooms was exclusive to the shit stalls. I was not aware that now these freak shows are out here trying to proposition a freaking at the urinals, man. Oh my God. Anyway, folks, look. I'm going to be honest with you. Ever since that, I've stopped drinking, and it's just, it's been a pain in the ass. I've just had it's not a streak of bad luck, like financially. I'm making money is what I do. Just weird, dumb stuff like that is happening to me, and, I really don't appreciate it one bit. You know what I mean? I don't deserve this. All right? I don't deserve this kind of crap. And not to mention, I blame the City Council of San Hambonio for allowing this type of activity to be, I guess this is done freely out here in San Hambonio bathrooms. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even kidding. If you're in the San Hambonio area, do not allow your child to go into a men's bathroom by himself. I'm not even kidding around. It's that sick out here, man. It's that sick. I'm not even exaggerating. I mean, I was at a bar, man. I was at a bar, and what's sad is that, in San Hambonio, okay, they have a city ordinance. Like, let's say I took offense to that, and I said, you fruity bastard, and then, give him a pop, or I pushed him down, or I did something of some kind of physical capacity and called him a fruiter, okay? If I would have done that, aside from it being interpreted as some kind of a hate crime, out here in San Hambonio, if you have any history, any recorded history, this is actual law here, thanks to Julian Castro, the Democratic golden boy, the Mexican golden boy that's a pure fraud. When this asshole was mayor, he passed a law in which anyone who has any history of, saying anything against the LGBT cannot do business with the city. Cannot do business with the city, can't run for office in the city of San Hambonio. I'm not joking around. So you combine that with the fact that now it seems that gays out here can run roughshod. I mean, they're literally in the bathroom, folks. I'm serious. That was a true story. I was at a straight bar, okay? I mean, I know some of you are probably saying, well, Ghost, you could have walked into a gay bar out there. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it's a straight bar. I was with my woman, all right? Had to freaking drain the freaking John Holmes sausage, for Christ's sake. And look, listen, you know what I'm talking about, you guys, right, that wear boxers, the freaking dick hole, the button, right? It's always buttoned when you buy them brand new. It's always buttoned up, so, I don't even know why I'm getting into this. I mean, what the hell am I talking about, for Christ's sake? Let's get into the goddamn markets, for heaven's sake, all right? Good God. Anyway, folks, we saw some negativity hit the cryptocurrency markets today, and the reason is because of the rise of the dollar. Now, this is showing that if there's any rise in the dollar, that there is implications on the negative in the cryptocurrency markets. And, of course, it would be, because this is currency, right? This is now competing with the U.S. dollar. And whenever I name the prices on, or the current prices on these cryptocurrencies, we're naming them in U.S. dollars. So if the U.S. dollar goes up, by default, most cryptocurrencies will go down, with the exception of those that are in some kind of demand or scarcity. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the cryptocurrency market. There's a couple of things in the news in the cryptocurrency market that I'd like to highlight to everyone out here. First and foremost, I'd like to go ahead and highlight the fact that right now, this is why the cryptocurrency markets are being covered in the beginning of this broadcast, or the beginning of this first hour, as opposed to the equities and commodities markets. Because right now, I personally believe that this is the time for everybody to get into this new potential wealth generation opportunity. I genuinely believe that cryptocurrency will create new wealth. I'm not talking about being rich. I'm talking wealth. I'm talking billionaires. I'm not even joking around. So the first piece of news that I want to highlight in the cryptocurrency markets is that the market capitalization, that means the amount of money that the current cryptocurrency market as a whole is worth, is at an all-time high, folks. All right, let's go ahead and retweet that tweet here. There it is right there. Cryptocurrency market cap soars to an all-time high. Now, why is it good to buy into all-time highs in the cryptocurrency market, folks? Because right now is the beginning of everyone starting to become aware of cryptocurrency and either starting to partake in it, starting to obtain it, starting to accept it as a means of payment, are starting to trade it. They're starting to do all these things. And the more and more people become aware, that's when the prices are going to go up, up, and up. And right now, folks, right now, at this point in cryptocurrency history, more folks are aware of cryptocurrency than ever before. And at this point, it only goes up from here based upon the fact that more and more people are becoming aware that this is an idea, that this is for real. And you know what makes cryptocurrency so fascinating is that cryptocurrency gives the power of wealth to the people. I mean, no longer are you at the whim of central bankers that could potentially devalue your wealth based upon overprinting of the paper fiat currencies that has happened a plethora of times throughout the international community. With the cryptocurrency, there is an algorithmic pattern in which there is only going to be a finite amount of cryptocurrency given out, and then once that cryptocurrency amount is given, there will be no more. So that means that there's going to be a limited amount of cryptocurrency based upon these algorithmic source codes. And as a result, folks, that is more stable than the fiat currency that is being overproduced by the central banks at this point in time. And that's what makes me so optimistic about this particular venture. I think that we are just at the beginning. We are just at the beginning of cryptocurrency. Now, another piece of news in the cryptocurrency markets that I would like to discuss is that Japan, the country of Japan, has made cryptocurrency legal tender. So that means that you can legally pay for products in Japan in cryptocurrency. Now, it's a double-edged sword here because, first of all, it's positive because it actually creates the legal viability of cryptocurrency being an actual currency. Let me go ahead and retweet that particular tweet right now. Here it is. Japan makes cryptocurrency legal. I just retweeted it. You should know by now, Ghost is always ahead of the game, and that's what I was, folks. That's why I'm starting to cover this thing. Real money, wealth generation money is going into this market, and I'm just following where the money is. Anyway, aside from the positive that Japan is allowing cryptocurrency to be used as legal tender throughout the country of Japan, the double-edged sword, the negative, is that now Japan has created a taxable avenue to tax cryptocurrency. Now, right now, in the American laws, cryptocurrency is interpreted as property, not tender, not currency. If it was to be considered currency at some point in time, everybody who's holding money in their wallets, cryptocurrency in their wallets, they owe capital gains. They owe taxes. Right now, if you're just holding cryptocurrency and you're not liquidating it, then it's just property. You understand? It's not it's not taxable until it's liquidated. And we've talked about this many times. For instance, I'm just going to give one more example. I am not a tax expert, so, once again, this is for educational, entertainment purposes only. But let's just say that you were to take a cryptocurrency and you were to cash it out. Let's say you made $100,000 in cryptocurrency trading or mining, and then the damn cryptocurrency took off. Because look, I genuinely believe that we could see Bitcoin at like $4,000 probably by 2018. Maybe $3,000, $4,000. Ethereum, I could see, 400 to 500, maybe plus in the same time frame, and other mainstream cryptocurrencies as well. Because I'm telling you, folks, the dollar itself, the U.S. dollar, it's a house of cards within itself. And I don't want to get into that whole rigmarole, but let's just say, for the sake of argument, that you liquidate $100,000 in Bitcoin or in Ethereum or whatever cryptocurrency it is, and you convert it to U.S. dollars, you convert it to whatever, British pound sterling, euro, whatever your country of origin is. In America, once you liquidate it and convert it to U.S. dollars, that's when you have to pay taxes. Now, you have to interpret it whether it's one of three taxes. Is it a fringe benefit, which you have to interpret that and figure that out on your own? Is it a gift? I mean, could the IRS interpret that as a gift to you or a gift to your corporation? You've got to figure that out and be able to justify it in case of an audit. Or is it a capital gains? Is it a capital gains tax?
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Those are the tax implications that you have to consider when you liquidate Bitcoin, all right? And even if you trade Bitcoin for an actual physical good, like let's say you trade Bitcoin for a car. Folks, what people don't understand is this. When you go on The Price is Right or, all these game shows that give away all these big prizes, you know what ends up happening to those folks? They end up having to sell it because the IRS is there saying, hey, we saw you on that game show. We saw that you won that $50,000 car. That's a gift. So you owe 60% of that particular car right now. Go ahead and give it up. All right? Go ahead. Give it to me. Give it to us right now. And you ain't got it. All right? You ain't got it. So as a result, you got to sell it off. I mean, this happened to many times to the folks that won the that home gardening network. They have it like every year. They give away some badass made up freaking house. It's it's everybody's dream home. They quote give it away. Well, I tell you what, those folks that have won those dream homes had to sell it. They had to sell it really fast. Because they ain't got the 60 or plus %, whatever the hell the goddamn gift tax or however it's interpreted, they ain't got it. So that's why I'm saying, folks, you have to realize if you're going to, trade Bitcoin for like a car, you're going to have to interpret how you're going to be taxed for that car, because you have to realize that if you buy some badass car in Bitcoin, that the IRS is going to consider that a goddamn gift, and they're going to want 60% out of your ass because it's in your name. So that's why I'm saying that people need to be very aware on liquidating their Bitcoin and how the tax implications affect you, because if you are just cashing out and spending it and not paying taxes on that cryptocurrency, these IRS will come after your ass. And they're going to go back 10 years. They can go back 10 years crawling up your ass with a microscope figuring out what the hell you were doing. And if they figured out that you were cashing out all kinds of cryptocurrency and were not paying taxes, well, if you ain't got the money somewhere to pay them, you're going away for a little bit. All right, and I talked about this before. These rappers, look at all the rappers that have gone to jail for tax evasion. I mean, Ja Rule, Fat Joe, was it Lauryn Hill? Lauryn Hill went to jail for tax evasion. And why? Because these folks, they come from the ghetto. They come from impoverished situations. And even if they didn't, they don't teach you in school about taxes. They don't. This is a public education. They don't teach you how to manage your money. They don't teach you that the IRS is an entity that you must pay. They don't teach you this crap. And as a result, that's why these rappers, to be honest with you, I kind of feel bad for these rappers because, they're being exploited. And basically what they're being used as is like mule horses. They inflate these, and I'm talking the new rappers. I'm not talking about the assholes that created this whole industry like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre and those dickheads. I'm talking these new rappers, the ones I just mentioned that just came along. They made a lot of money, and then as a result, they didn't pay the taxes and they went to prison for a minute. All right. I mean, I feel bad for these guys because Ja Rule. I hate that stupid little MF, but let's be honest. He had a freaking song with J-Lo. He was out here kicking some ass. He was on the charts, making lots of money. And everybody around him did was juice this guy as some, dead animal carcass in the middle of the jungle somewhere. I'm not even joking around. And that's what they do to all these rappers. They inflate these rappers with all this money. And, what they do is they the people that are paying these rappers the checks, they're not taking out Social Security. You know what I mean? They're not taking out, the taxes necessary and doing the rapper any bit of good by, just kind of taking out the goddamn taxes for the rapper so he could be okay with the IRS. They don't do that. They're juicing these people. They're juicing these people until they've got nothing left. And that's why when I broadcast on this show, I try to give people as much information as possible so that you can and won't be put in these pitfalls that seem to come about in those in life, especially the most successful. Because they don't teach you this crap in school, man. They don't teach you that you need to tax plan to actually not just keep your wealth, but to make more wealth. Tax planning is everything. So, in my view, I'm just trying to help you guys understand that there are implications, depending on where your country is, on cashing out cryptocurrency. So let's go ahead and get to cryptocurrency markets right now. I know I've been a little long-winded. Sorry about the dickhole story, but it's been on my mind since Saturday night, all right? And that took a little bit, so my apologies. Let's go ahead and get to the cryptocurrency market, shall we? All right. Now, once again, every cryptocurrency that I'm covering here is completely mineable, folks. Completely mineable, meaning that you can mine these particular cryptocurrencies if you have the hardware to do so. And as I stated in yesterday's broadcast, if you've got the money to, put into hardware and the bandwidth and the electrical, I seriously would tell people to consider cloud mining. And I've said before, there's a lot of cloud mining operations that, people don't know what the hell, they don't know what the hell to, they don't know what the hell to trust. They don't know who to trust. But, I suggest, in my view, because I am doing this myself, all right, so I am advising folks stuff that I'm doing. I am doing this myself. Cloud cryptocurrency mining in the cloud here is a viable alternative through a company called Genesis Mining. I just retweeted it. And the reason I say this, folks, is because let's say you wanted to buy hardware yourself. If you take a look at some of these mining pieces of hardware like Antminer, even at the low end Antminer, you're going to drop at least $1,000. And the low-end ant miners right now were badass ant miners about a year ago. And the reason they're being put on the market cheaper than they were initially is because the game of actually server mining with hardware is this. This is how all hardware server miners are doing it. What they're doing is they are buying hardware now that's giving them very, very good hash rates. As more miners come onto the network, the algorithm is going to go to the more powerful machines to, solve all the problems and connect all the transactions, so on and so forth. So as a result, as a hardware miner, you have to increase your hash power. And the only way to increase your hash power is to sell your old hardware, okay, or at least a part of it or some of it, so that you can raise and generate money to buy upgraded hardware so that you can continue to have a sufficed hash rate so that you can continue to make the cryptocurrency mining that you're used to. Now, all this is a lot of time, effort, energy, in both your energy and your home's energy, bandwidth, housing cost, upgrades. In my view, folks, I think that cloud mining is where it's at. And I've done some extensive research on cloud mining. Once again, Genesis-mining.com. Genesis-mining.com is probably the most viable and the most experienced in this cloud mining format. They've got the biggest cloud mining farm in the world. So, at the same time, if you're going to consider that discount code is WEA296, I just retweeted it right now, WEA296. The game with cloud mining is this. Right now, let's say you buy a hash rate, and, every day, and let me tell you, I dropped $1,000 on Genesis Mining. I'm thinking about dropping another on another cryptocurrency because these are 2-year contracts. 2-year contracts in which every single day there's a dedicated machine dedicated to a certain amount of hash power that is going to continuously mine for you in this location and send you whatever residuals that are mined into whatever wallet you direct it to do so. And the reason I say that this is a viable alternative and it's more cost effective is because you just got to do the math. You got to do the math about all the hardware and how much that costs. You got to do the math on how much all the energy costs are, because it's not just the machines that you have to run. You have to make sure that the environment is cool, or you will overheat your hardware and make it null and void. So that means that you have to have either an air-conditioned location, like a high air-conditioned location, like in the 60s, 60-degree mark, maybe even lower, and that costs energy. You need fans if you don't have, that kind of capacity to be able to cool down your environment. You've got to continuously upgrade your hardware. And not to mention, folks, you always have to make sure that each and every one of those pieces of hardware and software are calibrated and are working correctly so that you can continue to mine cryptocurrency at a consistent rate. Now, when I took all those factors into consideration, now look, I'm still mining. I've got a couple of computers that got decent GPUs, so I'm like mining, Zcash and Monero and a couple of other up-and-coming cryptocurrencies at a very, very small rate, just so that I can have it in my wallet. I keep these damn computers on all night anyway. It really doesn't matter. So that's what I'm doing, just to have, just to have. But if you want serious long-term mining capabilities in which you are having a dedicated cloud mining, and look, you can buy your own hash power, and the game is this, and then I'm going to move on. In cloud mining, whatever you initially start with, let's say you throw $800, let's say you throw $1,000 down, because remember, Antminer, the piece of hardware for mining, is like $1,000 itself. So let's say you get a 2-year contract for $1,000. Well, after about 2 months of mining at that hash power, it would behoove you to take whatever residuals that you have obtained through 2 to 3 months of mining and then reinvest it into more hash power so that you can have that much more capability of continuously mining at the rate, or if not higher than the rate that you are mining at right now. And you see, folks, when you're doing that, you're upgrading your hash rate at the capacity at which the network is getting more and more miners. So, in my view, folks, considering all the effort, energy, time, hardware, all that stuff, I think cloud mining is where it's at, in my opinion. That's why I'm in it right now. I'm in it as well. So, and it's more of, in my view, a long-term investment for me. I mean, I am trading cryptocurrency right now, and I'm making some pretty decent residuals. I did take advantage of this weekend's run on Ripple, which is an already mined cryptocurrency. And it basically took a step up because Ripple seems to be Japan's favorite cryptocurrency, and that's why we saw it increase, as well as Bitcoin. And Litecoin, folks, has been dramatically increasing since the weekend. So there was a lot of plays to be made. And, I'm doing that so that I can use that to gain liquidity and save in a plethora of different wallets as the price continues to go up. And what's going to make the factors of cryptocurrency go up? What's going to make the prices go up? Let me explain. Let me explain what's going to make the prices go up. The lowering of the value of the dollar, the potential economic crisis of a given country, the outlawing of cash in a given country, and the more and more people that use cryptocurrency, mine cryptocurrency, obtain cryptocurrency, and save cryptocurrency. All those factors are going to bring the price of cryptocurrency up, and every one of those factors seem very, very viable. Very viable. So with that being said, folks, let's go ahead and get to the cryptocurrency markets. Now, once again, we're seeing some decreases in cryptocurrency because the price of the dollar is rising today. And like any currency trader, you're going to want to cash out. You're going to want to cash out, especially if you have already set up your operation to incorporate cryptocurrency as a viable source of income to your trading operation. You're going to want to be able to hold cryptocurrency and be able to cash out in American dollars if the American dollar rises. Then when the American dollar lowers, you go back into the cryptocurrency market. This is what I believe most investors, I'm talking savvy investors right now, are doing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and let's get to this right now. Let's get to Bitcoin right now. Now, Bitcoin is raising in price, folks. It's a little off today, but it was raising in the past 48 hours because of the news that Japan is legalizing cryptocurrency as a means of paying in the country. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get to Bitcoin, symbol BTC. Current market capitalization, $18.4 billion in market capitalization. The current circulating supply is 16,255,112 Bitcoin in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down 1.24% decrease on the day. The current price for Bitcoin, symbol BTC, current price $1,131 per Bitcoin. $1,131.77 per Bitcoin. Let's get to Ethereum, or Ethereum, however you want to pronounce it. Ethereum, symbol ETH, which is one I am mining, folks. And the reason I'm mining this one is I think this is a long-term play based upon the flexibility of this particular cryptocurrency. Lots of serious money backing this one up, including many bigwigs in Silicon Valley. Right now, from what I understand, there are Silicon Valley businesses that are taking exclusively Ethereum. So, and I talked about yesterday the flexibility of this particular cryptocurrency. Right now, I think that we're not even seeing the beginning of the potential increase in this particular. I'm long on Ethereum. Once again, symbol ETH. Let's go ahead and get to the market capitalization. The market capitalization right now is a little under $4 billion market capitalization. The current circulating supply of Ethereum is 90,400,000. 90,400,000 in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum has gone down a 2.97% decrease. The current price for Ethereum, symbol ETH, the current price is $43.88 per cryptocurrency of Ethereum. Let's get to Dash Coin. Now, Dash Coin has been taking it on the teeth. I mean, about 2 weeks ago, Dash Coin was at about $110, $120. It has dramatically decreased since then. Now, we are seeing a little bit of a rebound because what goes up must come down, must come up again, and that's exactly what we're seeing here on Dash. Let's go ahead and get to it. Symbol DASH. Current market capitalization is about $493 million. $493 million market cap. The current circulating supply for Dash Coin is 7.2 million Dash Coin in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Dash Coin has gone up 10.91% increase in the past 24 hours. The current price of Dash Coin, symbol DASH, the current price, $68.39 per Dash Coin. Let's go ahead and get to Litecoin, which has been increasing dramatically throughout the weekend. Symbol LTC. Current market capitalization for Litecoin is a little over $400 million. The current circulating supply for Litecoin is at about 50.5 million Litecoin in circulation. The past 24 hours, Litecoin has gone down slightly. It is down 2.02%. The current price for Litecoin, symbol LTC, current price, $8.07 per Litecoin. Let's get to the Monero. The Monero, symbol XMR. This is one of these up-and-coming currencies right now. The Monero XMR current market capitalization is at about $296 million in market cap. The current circulating supply for Monero is 14.2 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, the Monero has gone up 0.78%. The current price for the Monero, symbol XMR, current price $20.78 per Monero. Let's get to Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC. The current market capitalization for Ethereum Classic is $240 million. The current circulating supply for Ethereum Classic, is 90.4 million Ethereum Classic in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Ethereum Classic has gone up 1.67% in the past 24 hours. Current price for Ethereum Classic, symbol ETC, current price $2.66 per Ethereum Classic cryptocurrency. Let's get to Zcash, which is something that I am currently personally mining off of my GPU. All right? I'm not making a whole bunch of it, but at least I am obtaining Zcash. And it's free. I keep my goddamn computers on all night anyway. Anyway, we've got Zcash, symbol ZEC. Current market capitalization for Zcash is $63 million. Current circulating supply is a little over 1 million Zcash in circulation. Little over 1 million. In the past 24 hours, Zcash has gone down 4.06%. Current price for Zcash, symbol ZEC, current price $62.20 per Zcash cryptocurrency. Let's get to Decred. All right, let's get to Decred. The current price for the current symbol for Decred is DCR. DCR. Current market cap for Decred is $44 million. The circulating supply for Decred is at 4.6 million Decred in circulation. In the past 24 hours, it has gone down 15.13% decrease on the day. 24-hour period, big, steep decrease, although there was a dramatic increase, not this past weekend, but the weekend before last. So, what goes up must come down, you know that whole proverbial saying. Anyway, current price for Decred, symbol DCR, $9.59 per Decred cryptocurrency. Let's get to BitConnect. Folks, BitConnect has slowly but just surely just up and up and up. Take a look at the chart on BitConnect. This is something that people may want to look into if you're wanting to mine. I hear it's a very easy cryptocurrency to mine at this point in time. Very interesting. Looks like a very steady chart, to say the least. Let's go ahead and get to BitConnect, symbol BCC. Current market capitalization for BitConnect is $20 million. Let's make it $20.2 million. All right, now the current circulating supply for BitConnect is let's make it 6 million in circulation. 6 million in circulation of BitConnect. In the past 24 hours, it has gone up 5.95%. Current price for BitConnect, symbol BCC, current price $4.76 per BitConnect cryptocurrency. Let's continue going, folks. All right, I know I'm covering these cryptocurrency markets very, very extensively. But remember, folks, anyone can get into this cryptocurrency market. All right? Hey, listen, the sad part about it is because Wall Street is located in New York, Wall Street was able to kind of push a state bill to outlaw cryptocurrency trading in the state of New York. And why would Wall Street do that? Because they don't want to have you having any money. They don't want you having money. You know it and I know it. They don't want anyone having money except themselves. So that's why I'm encouraging everybody right now to go and continue and try to pursue either obtaining, mining, trading, or just dabbling and having a wallet with a few bucks in it of cryptocurrency. You will thank me in a year or two, I guarantee you, even if you're just messing around. You know, even if you're just, doing whatever. Even if somebody just gives you like $10 worth of Bitcoin because, they owe you some money. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, even if you just have that in a wallet, man. Anyway, let's move on, for Christ's sake. Let's move on to another up-and-coming weird crypto altcoin, CreditBit. CreditBit is on the radar, folks. If y'all haven't heard of CreditBit, the symbol on this one is CRBIT. CRBIT. The current market capitalization for CreditBit is $12.6 million. The current circulating supply for CreditBit is 12.6 million in circulation. In the past 24 hours, folks, CreditBit has gone up 33.51% increase for CreditBit. The current price for CreditBit, symbol CRBIT, current price $1.01 per CreditBit. Might want to keep an eye on that one. It's the first time I'd ever see that one break $1 since I've been covering the cryptocurrency market. So check that one out, in my view. Let's go ahead and get a Bitcoin Dark. Bitcoin Dark saw a dramatic increase the past several sessions. Obviously, that's going to come down to size. Bitcoin Dark, symbol BTCD. The current market capitalization for Bitcoin Dark is $9.9 million. Current circulating supply for Bitcoin Dark is 1.3 million Bitcoin Dark in circulation. In the past 24 hours, Bitcoin Dark has gone down 6.32% decrease in the past 24 hours. Current price for Bitcoin Dark. Current price, $7.69 per Bitcoin Dark. Per Bitcoin Dark. Let's continue going, folks. I know I'm covering a lot of these cryptocurrencies, but I'm trying to give you a heads up where the money's at. Let's get to Zcoin, folks. Zcoin, symbol XZC. Current market capitalization for Zcoin is $9.3 million. We've got current circulating supply 1.8 million in circulation for Zcoin. In the past 24 hours, Zcoin has gone up. It's gone up 5.12%. Current price for Zcoin, symbol XZC, current price $5.17 per Zcoin cryptocurrency. All right, let's continue going, folks. Let's continue going. We've got NovaCoin. NovaCoin, symbol NVC. NovaCoin's market capitalization is at $4.3 million market capitalization. The current circulating supply is at about 1.7 million in circulation of NovaCoin. In the past 24 hours, NovaCoin has gone down 6.73% decrease. Current price for NovaCoin, symbol NVC, $2.54 per NovaCoin. And last but not least, folks, I'm going to go ahead and continue and go ahead and end with Z Classic. Z Classic, folks, symbol ZCL. The current market capitalization for Z Classic is $2.4 million. The current circulating supply for Z Classic is 829,000 in circulation. Under a million, folks. That's why I keep telling you, look out for Z Classic. Z Classic has come down from the spike that we had seen in the past several sessions. It has gone down 5.25% decrease. Current price for Z Classic, ZCL, current price $2.85 per Z Classic cryptocurrency. Now, folks, my apologies for going overboard on the, dickhole story and then going into the markets. My bad. So let's just go ahead and give an overview of the equities and a short rundown of the commodities, and we can go ahead and move on with the broadcast, because I know, I was a little long-winded, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ. Anyway, folks, for whatever reason, equities at the end of the day, which is such an odd thing that I'm seeing in the equities markets, folks, at the end of the day, it props itself up after a flat day of nothing burger trading, man. I mean, that's why I'm not even covering the markets. There's not even money to be made. It's flat. It's flat, man. It's flatter than goddamn Kesha and her ass. All right, it's flat. But somehow at the end of the day, positive numbers come into the equities market. So let's just go ahead and get to it. All right. Dow Jones Industrials. All right, let's get to it. It closed on the upside today, 39.03 points, a percentage increase of 0.19%, closing out the Dow Jones Industrial at 20,689.24 points for the Dow Jones Industrial. Now, people are asking me, hey, Ghost, didn't you say that the market was supposed to crash? Like, it was supposed to crash like in February or March or something? Yeah, to be honest with you, this whole goddamn market should have crashed a long time ago. But as I've stated, folks, the reason we're seeing such flat activity is because there are no buyers in the market, and those participants, the investment community in the equities market, consist of nothing more than Wall Street traders and machines. All right? And machines. So there are no individual investors in this market anymore. That's why you see barely any volatility. It's very, very sad. And the reason is because the goddamn Obama administration overregulated the hell out of the equities market and outpriced and outregulated individual investors out of the market. I mean, you've got to at least have, and this is the law, folks, you've got to at least have $25,000 in your brokerage account for you to legally day or pattern trade, which I think is ridiculous. I think it's utterly ridiculous, and I hope that that freaking law is completely nullified at some point because it's ridiculous. It is prohibiting everyday American people from supplementing their income. There should be no reason why an everyday, hard-working American is prohibited from gaining the opportunities in obtaining liquidity in the markets just like these assholes on Wall Street. There should be no reason.
Hi, I'm a helpful Southern California Honda person, and recently we've been doing random acts of helpfulness. Like decorating a children's hospital, helping a mom get a tutor for her son, and even replacing stolen tools from a car break-in. And right now, during the Honda Dream Garage sales event, we can help you too with a great deal on an award-winning Honda. Like the Accord, a 2017 Car and Driver 10 Best, a record 31 times. Click the dealer locator link to find a dealer near you, and go to SoCalHondaDealers.com to suggest a random act of helpfulness for someone you know. Car and Driver, January 2017.
But folks, that's the reason why we haven't seen this decrease. Because slowly but surely, these Wall Street assholes are incrementally taking out their money while more and more people are putting their money into the market. Now, who is putting money into the market, folks? It's idiots that are looking and are being sold this Dow Jones 20K nonsense, and they're thinking, hey, honey, it'd be a great idea to go to our advisor and give them more money so that we can invest into this Dow Jones 20K so we can think of our future. I mean, this is what's buying, folks. I'm not joking around, and Wall Street's loving it. They're cashing out while everybody out there is going to be holding the bag. And I implore you, please do not be holding the bag at this market. Whenever this damn thing pops, and even Buffett knows, Jamie Dimon came out today, and he knows, everybody knows that this market is complete crap. And at any point, this damn thing can come tumbling down. Now, that, from my perspective, is what I want. I want the market to go down. It's supposed to go down. There is nothing justifying 20,000 Dow Jones Industrial. The economy is petering at best. All right? I mean, I did like the fact that we rose exports. I tweeted that story today. But we need a lot more than that. We need an increase in the job market. We need to repeal this economic sabotage known as Obamacare. There's a lot of things that we need to do. We need to pass these tax cuts. And this is what's going to help shoot in the arm economic productivity in this country. But once again, I don't know what the hell. We all know what's keeping this up, folks. I mean, I've been telling you, Wall Street's just taking out the money while everybody's going in, and there's going to be a lot of people holding the bag. And mark my words, it's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. Let's get to the S&P. S&P 500 is up modestly today, 1.32 points, a percentage increase of 0.06%, closing out the S&P at 2,360.16 points for the S&P 500. We've got the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is up also 3.93 points, a percentage increase of 0.07%, closing out the NASDAQ at 5,898.61 points for the NASDAQ composite. Give me a break. Give me a break. I'm telling you this right now, man. Look, Jamie Dimon, if you don't know who Jamie Dimon is, this is the guy, he's Mr. Wall Street next to Blankenfein from Goldman Sachs. All right, Jamie Dimon is Mr. Wall Street, and he's saying that something is wrong with the U.S. economically. You understand? I mean, he knows it. Everybody knows it. That's why I've encouraged people not to invest in the stock market until this crash starts tumbling down. And when it does, folks, when it does, you better be holding on to a lot of liquidity so you can go right into that damn market and start bottom feeding off blue chips. What you want to do in the next crash is bottom feed off blue chip stock and high yield dividend stocks that are going to continue those yields for at least 10 years. All right, or 5 years, to be honest with you, 5 years. So anyway, with that being said, let me go ahead and run down the oil or the energy and metals, and then we're going to go ahead and end it there. Sorry for the folks that want to listen to the agriculture commodities, but I'm running over on time. It's my fault. I came into the show in a bad mood, and it's my fault, and I apologize. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to the energy commodities, folks. Energy, we're seeing an increase. Now, why? I have no idea. I mean, didn't Libya put out some news that they're overproducing, for Christ's sake? Why in the hell? You know what? I'm done trying to figure out what these traders are doing in the oil markets. I'm done with it. Anyway, we got WTI sweet crude. It is up 79 cents, a percentage increase of 1.57%, closing out WTI at $51.03 per barrel of WTI sweet crude. We've got Brent crude, folks, up $1.18, a percentage increase of 2.22%, closing out Brent crude at $54.30 per barrel of Brent crude oil. Well, folks, we are now in the second hour of the True Capitalist radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. My apologies. We're going to get to Twitter and Gab shout-outs in just a second. Just bear with me. But before I do, I'd like to ask everybody to please spread it around. Spread it around. Spread it around like wildfire, and let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house, and we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast, and it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And of course, if you have not done so, please follow me on Twitter and Gab. Twitter and Gab, the name to follow, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Let's go ahead and finish up with energy and metals, and then we'll go ahead and get to some Twitter and Gab shout-outs, shall we? Let's get to gasoline. Gasoline is up 1.65% increase on the day. The feast or famine commodity natural gas is up, folks. It is up 5.27% increase on the day for natural gas. Heating oil also up today, 1.85% increase on the day. Now let's go ahead and get to the metals, shall we? The metals! Let's get to the goddamn metals! We've got gold, folks. Gold is up $4.40, and of course, that just continues to assert what I have been stating, that the amount of uncertainty in the air is more than apparent when we've got a rise in the dollar today, and yet metals continues to increase. That should tell everybody something. A percentage increase of 0.35% for gold, closing out gold at $1,258.40 per troy ounce of gold. We've got silver up today, 11 cents, a percentage increase of 0.61%, closing out silver at $18.32 per troy ounce of silver. We've got copper up today, 0.33%, and platinum is up 0.43%. And folks, we're going to cut off the market hour short. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to cover the agricultural sector because of time constraints. So that, my friends, is the markets for your ass, all right? Now we're going to go ahead and get to Twitter shout-outs. Now, I know it's probably going to be a screwed-up bunch of troll terrorists and cyber vermin trying to piss me off or whatever. But if you want a Twitter shout-out right now, all you've got to do is retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. just retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live, and I'll give you a shout-out live right here on the broadcast right here and now. Hey, engineer, do we got any Twitter shout-outs to be had, man? All right, well, let's go ahead and get to those Twitter shout-outs right now. All right, we got Art Hammond in the house. We've got Metal Capitalist in the place. Artron Havoc. We got the Crack Rabbit. Oh, that's fresh. We've got, I'm not going to say that. Ghost is epileptic. Shut up, you moron. We've got Rock Ape. Crippling on Fofos. Crippling on Fofo. What the hell are you? Are you making a freaking Houston rap reference, for Christ's sake, man? I mean, wasn't Mike Jones like, Jesus Christ, wasn't Mike Jones like 15 years ago, for Christ's sake? I mean, give me a tipping on Fofos, wrapped in Fofos, tipping on Fofos, wrapped in Fofos. I mean, give me a break. Anyway, we've got Rock Ape. What's going on at Rock Ape? We got Igor Bogdanov. What's going on? We got TC Capitalist. Delete Raiden Snake. Jesus, man. Leave Raiden Snake alone. We've got the Syrian Vape Club. Oh, you son of a... Give me a break! You bastard! The Syrian! Man, you guys are heartless bastards. You know, I'm telling you, you guys are heartless sons of bitches. I can't even underscore that any more hardcore. Give me the mic. Give me the mic! Syrian Vape Club, man. We got Agent Odd Eyes in the house. We got the Green Leader in the place. The Brony Network. What's going on with the Brony Network? Once again, retweet the tweet that states True Capitalist Radio Live. And I'll give you a Twitter shout-out live right here on the broadcast right here and now. Who else do we have here? Jesus Christ, with these sick names. We got Silent Capitalist. We got the Colon Punisher, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Jesus Christ. Ghost is Tim Curry. No, I don't think so, man. I wouldn't do that freaking Rocky Horror Picture Show if you paid me freaking $5 million. We got Distilling Floods. What's going on? I hope at least you're not huffing paint. We got the Autistic Capitalist. Oh, that's great. Y'all are going to start that now? Is that it? Jesus Christ. We got the Norwegian Capitalist. Dirk Pitt in the house. We've got, I'm not going to say that. Who else do we have here? You people with these Syrian names, I can't believe you people would do this. But then again, why am I not surprised with you freaks? Why am I not surprised? Anyway, we got Freezing Zakata. We got Dorito Burrito. We've got Griffs in the house. We got High Gas Bill in Syria. Oh, Jesus Christ. Damn it! Shut up! Seriously, man, y'all shut up with this crap, man. Jesus Christ, you guys are sick, man. You're sick. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Man, you guys are sick, man. I'm telling you guys need... man, I don't know what the hell to say about you freak shows anymore, man. You never cease to amaze me. The bowels of your depravity. The bowels of your depravity, for Christ's sake. We got Smug Bastard. Crickets are cool. Whatever the hell that means. Ungrateful TCR host. What the hell you mean, ungrateful TCR host? You're ungrateful, you piece of crap. I come up on here and give you 3 hours of my life, 5 days a week. And then I do the Saturday Night Troll Show all right? 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time every Saturday night. That's 6 days a week of broadcasting. You're an ungrateful, stupid, dumb prick, all right? You seat-sniffing, cuckold connoisseur, sphincter-fingering, transsexual turd burglar, Cincinnati bow tie receiving, rusty trombone playing, taint-tonguing, blue ball blowing, whacking off the tribal nudity looking, gender fluid fondling piece of pansexual Peter Puffer trash. You're ungrateful. You're ungrateful. Jesus Christ, man. Can't believe you people. I can't believe you people. We've got CDI Fan 237, for Christ's sake. We got Ann and the Wizard. The Yellow Jew of Texas. Look, shut up, you anti-Semitic bastards, man. Enough of the Jew jokes. Enough of the Jew jokes. Take a week off, Ghost. Yeah, you know what? I'm thinking about it. I'll tell you that right now. I'm thinking about taking a goddamn week off, to say the least. Jesus Christ. Capitalist radio up by 30%. I think it's up by more than that, baby. You understand? I'm telling you, ever since I have reformatted the format, I mean, the numbers are through the roof. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me right now to the broadcast. Once again, we're live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time for 3 solid live hours, folks. You are listening to the hardest working man in the internet, on the internet today. We've got the 727 caller. What's going on to Supa? There's Sergeant Yoda in the house. Let's continue going here. I'm going to take a couple more of these, and I'm going to move on to Gab. We've got Corn Blaster. We've got Girl Fart Connoisseur. Oh, my God, man. You know what? Screw you. I'm not, you know what, I think that's it for Twitter shout-outs. Let's go over to Gab, for Christ's sake, man, because Twitter shout-outs, it's just, I mean, give me a break. Give me a break, man. You guys are sick. Give me the mic. Freaking mic, man. Now, once again, folks, we're going to do the same thing, but on Gab, and all you need to do to get a Gab shout-out is repost or like the first post on my Gab account, and the Gab account is Politics Ghost, the same as Twitter, Politics Ghost, all one word, no underscores, Politics Ghost. Let's continue going. We've got Jean-Claude Junkyard America. Yeah, that's funny, you stupid moron. We got Shy Guy Mask. We've got TC Capitalist in the house. We've got Syria down by 58%. Look, shut up with the Syria jokes. May I see your pee-pee hole? Oh, man, you know what? Look, I was just trying to be very candid with my audience here. Something was bothering me, and you see, I just can't. I can't do that with you people. I can't do that. I can't get interpersonal with you people because you people are sick. You people are twisted. Good God, man. We've got alcohol killed the radio star. Yeah, shut up, all right? Shove it up your ass. We got veteran capitalist. We've got Rock Ape in the house. Mighty Morphin Peter Poffers. Whatever the hell that's supposed to mean. We've got Shekel Sentai Jew Ranger. Shekel Sentai Jew Ranger, is that what that says? Stupid, man. Really stupid. What's going on to OG Toru? Trump or Death in the house. Life of Pain. Once in a Blue Moon, whatever the hell that means. We got Dr. Demento, Ed Plus in the house. Ghost likes to whip out his dick hole. Shut up! Let's just shut up! I even told you that story, man. You see, this is what I get for being candid with you people. You know, this is what I get. This is what I get. Give me the... Look, enough of the dickhole jokes, all right? I'm sorry I even said that, all right? Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have here? We got, I'm not saying that disgusting name, for Christ's sake. Pick a better one. We've got Syrian Pizza Bill. What the hell does that mean? What the hell is that supposed to be now? Yeah, man. We got Pen Zone Pitching Tents. What the hell does that mean? Need pee-pee for my dick hole? Look, man, look, enough of this crap. Seriously, enough. Look, this is why I'm trying to give an interaction over the internets of, Twitter shout-outs, Gab shout-outs, that sort of thing. And I don't need this. I don't need this stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be honest with you, I'll end the show right now. If you don't think I'll end the show, you ask the Saturday Night Troll Show if I won't end the damn broadcast, if you're going to act like a bunch of stupid tards. Jesus Christ, man. Who else do we have here? We've got Tub Guy pulled Ghost's gun. Shut up! Shut up, please, all right? Good Lord. We've got Distilling Paint reviews. Look, man, stop huffing paint, distilling. Seriously, man. We got Heavy Capitalist. We got Happy Birthday Boogie. What, is it Boogie's birthday, for Christ's sake? Did he make it to see another year? Oh, God, man, is there a God, really? I mean, anyway, look, we got Commando Nando. What's going on? I mean, the reason I say that is because, we got people like Stevie Ray Vaughan. I could talk countless people who have been taken before their time, geniuses, people who brought something to the world, for Christ's sake, and yet God allows fat pieces of loser garbage like this to just waddle their fat asses around the earth, contributing nothing but degrading the goddamn mental capacity of man-children throughout the world. I mean, is this God's joke? Is this God's joke? Is this a joke, God? I mean, you let people like freaking Boogie just, their fat asses run amok out here while you take away folks that are actually contributing and actually enlightening people. I'm sorry. These are questions that have to be asked. Jesus Christ, man. And since it's Boogie's birthday, why don't we give his wife a treat and have her undo the dick hole? Never mind. Anyway, I'm just saying she's got that black friend. And look, let's be honest. I mean, in my opinion, I don't know what the hell's going on in Boogie's personal life, but that picture of his wife's friend, the black friend, and of course, supposedly he's gay, and of course, I'm sure Boogie believes that. If you want my opinion, I think Boogie, because he's very, very immobile, So once he lays down to sleep, all the woman has to do is just literally, get pounded in the living room. And what is Boogie going to do? I bet you he needs help up from the bed. So he's not going to get up and go, "Hey guys, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here? That's my girl." Anyway, you know what, Boogie? I can't believe it's your birthday. And to be honest with you, you're God's joke. You're God's joke. You're the reason I believe that the true God of this world is an evil person. Or not a person, it's not a person, but an evil entity, all right, that literally just wants to throw pain, misery, and disgust upon the earth. I genuinely believe that. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it's his birthday? Are you joking? Well, at least YouTube as a birthday present is cutting his goddamn, his monetization of his tarred freaking videos, for Christ's sake, man. I'm telling you, man, I'm done. You know what? I'm done. I'm done with the shout-outs, all right? So y'all can all shove it up your ass. I mean, that puts me in a bad mood that it's Boogie's birthday, and yet he's still alive out here, you know? Sorry, I don't feel sorry for Boogie. I think that he has, I don't understand why young people, look, I mean, I've seen young people die of cancer, and they were perfectly healthy. Everything was just okay with them. They were diagnosed, they got the chemo, and they croaked. And then you see people like Boogie, you know, some ungrateful fat piece of loser trash. And he's got pictures of himself putting Doritos and Mountain Dew in a blender, and he's shoveling food down his gullet like a garbage disposal. And then he tries to, oh, my doctor says that I'm losing weight. Oh, I'm losing weight. You know what? I mean, I'm sorry. I just don't see any significance for people like this. I mean, Boogie, please keep eating. All right? Please keep eating. And you know what? Let's pray to the God above the God of this world. Let's pray to the Creator. All right? Bow your heads. Everybody bow your heads. The Creator, I don't really like asking much from you because I know that you're pretty busy because, you know, you're doing other things. But you cannot allow people like Boogie to walk the face of the planet any longer. I mean, this guy has literally used and abused his vessel of life, which is his body. And he is a disgusting specimen of human protoplasm. And yet somehow, some way, through the powers of the internet, he has had the ability to be able to find other fat, obnoxious life losers just like himself that literally donate him money. And look, on that note, hey, Creator, can you send me a sign? Should I, like, get a Patreon or something? I feel like I'm losing money out here, man. Have you heard of how much people are making on Patreons, for Christ's sake? I mean, seriously, I heard that freaking, Cernovich makes about $10,000 a month on Patreon. Are you joking? I mean, Boogie makes about $3,000 a month, and you know, on top of his YouTube. I mean, I can't believe this. I mean, is that what people want? Do people want, like, sympathy, for Christ's sake? Do you want me to come up on here and be like, yeah, you know, I'm depressed, and I'm really depressed, and I need help, and, you know, here's my Patreon. Please help me not be depressed anymore and donate and, you know, keep contributing. I mean, is that what y'all want? I'm not joking around. Anyway, F you, Boogie, all right? I hope the Creator, you know, strickens you with a goddamn heart attack or a stroke because you deserve it, in my opinion, all right? You're a piece of trash that's contributing to this overgrown man-child bullshit. Excuse my French, I'm sick of it. Hate man-children, man. I hate them. I hate them. I'm sorry, I hate them. Anyway, that's enough of Boogie. We got more freaking important things to talk about instead of some fat YouTuber who should be freaking taking a dirt nap already. Let's talk about some serious business here. Now, we talked yesterday about how UN Ambassador to the Obama administration, Susan Rice, was the source of unmasking the communications between Trump and his campaign during the presidential election of 2016. Now that story is basically blowing up and the mainstream media can no longer put the lid on it, now you've actually got CNN claiming that it's a smokescreen for something else. You've actually got other media claiming that it was legal for Susan Rice to unmask the communication between Trump and his campaign. Hey, wait a minute. What kind of power does the UN ambassador really have if Susan Rice has the ability to go ahead and unmask communications that are supposed to be surveyed by the intelligence community? I mean, what level of authority does the UN ambassador have? I mean, the reason I say this, folks, is because you actually got journalists, quote unquote, that are trying to pass themselves off as real media, that are trying to justify the actions of Susan Rice. Now, I want to reiterate that I have been saying that the unmasking of the communications of Trump and his campaign was completely illegal. There is a whole protocol behind this particular method of surveillance. Even Edward Snowden talked about this surveillance, and that is, let's go ahead and keep repeating it because people need to be told things over and over and over again before it starts sticking in their noggin. Now, under the Obama administration, folks, he made it legal to have under surveillance every American citizen that has communication with anyone outside of the United States. Now, there is one slight caveat, is that whoever is communicating with someone outside the United States, the intelligence community can only survey and listen in to the foreign side of that communication. They cannot listen to or identify the United States source of that communication, whether it be a phone call, whether that be an email. The United States intelligence community cannot unmask, quote unquote, the identity of the source of the United States communication. But they can listen to all day long the other side of that communication outside the United States. Now, let's just say that in that surveillance, they found evidence that may need further investigation into the United States side of that communication. Well, the intelligence community then has to go to a secret court called the FISA court, FISA. And in that court, there's a judge that has to sign off on a warrant so that anyone, including the Obama administration and Obama himself, can actually find out the identities to those on the United States side of a foreign conversation. Now, that is the legal protocol, and nowhere has there been any admission or any kind of revelation by the former Obama administration that they actually requested FISA warrants, and they had the legal capability of unmasking the communications between the Trump campaign and whoever. Because, folks, I mean, the reports are coming out that Susan Rice ordered spreadsheets of Trump campaign unmasked calls. Spreadsheets means that it was a vast amount of communication that was being intercepted, not just foreign communications. So they had Trump under major surveillance on a variety of different capacities. And this was done by a sitting president in the Barack Obama administration. This was done by a sitting president on a presidential nominee of the opposing party. Folks, this jeopardizes the foundations of our very government institutions. And that's why I say Obama and his entire administration need to be arrested for treason. And don't let these dumb idiot talking heads on the boob tube persuade you otherwise. The reason, and I'll say it again, the reason that the lamestream media is so in the tank for Obama because of stimulus package 2. Look at all the billions of dollars that went to the media. Take a look at all the billions of dollars that went to Hollywood. Hell, even the pornographic industry got a piece of Obama too. Stimulus package 2. Stimulus package 2 was the biggest wealth transfer in world history. And the people that are most in opposition to President Trump right now, the folks that are the most vocal opposition to President Trump are those that generously were rewarded during Obama's tenure during the stimulus package 2 passing. And I don't understand why there's not more journalists highlighting this reality. That the reason that these people in Hollywood, the reason the people in the lamestream media, and everybody who is, for whatever reason, trying to undermine our current president is because this asshole Barack Obama gave away taxpayer money to everybody who contributed to him and his campaign and the Democrats. That's why you have such opposition from these institutions that seem so adamant about undermining our current President Trump. But with that being said, let me go ahead and retweet this, folks, all right? Because, I mean, we need to meme, we need to make sure that this is in the face of everybody. I just retweeted a meme that says, "What FISA court? I'm above the law," with a picture of a damn guilty Susan Rice, for Christ's sake, man. And then I put Susan Rice and the entire Barack Obama administration should be arrested for jeopardizing the foundation of our government institutions. And that's a fact, because once again, folks, what this means is that a sitting president in Barack Obama was surveying a presidential candidate of the opposing party. I mean, folks, Richard Nixon got impeached for doing something ridiculously small compared to this.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit MBUSA.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
And yet these damn Democrats, these liberals, these bureaucrats think they're above the law. We as the people, we have to make sure that we tell these morons that we know what they've done and we're not going to forget about it. Because, folks, a lot of these bureaucrats hope that they'll just throw news in your face and you'll just forget about this and, it'll be a short little memory. Folks, we have to make sure that we let Barack Obama, Susan Rice, Loretta Lynch, all the Barack Obama administration know that they committed treason, and we want justice. The American people want justice on Barack Obama. We want justice on Susan Rice. We want justice on Valerie Jarrett. We want justice on Loretta Lynch. We want justice on Eric Holder. We want justice on Hillary Clinton. We want justice on all these corrupt bureaucrats that jeopardized our freedom, that jeopardized the integrity of our country. That's why I'm saying. That's what I'm telling each and every one of you folks. And to be completely honest with you folks, this is a pretty decent tweet here by Patriot Drew. It says, for 8 years, Obama weaponized government and corporate media to get his way. Russia is just a diversion to cover their tracks. Now, folks, we are going to unleash a report here. We were going to release it today. I'm going to wait till tomorrow because there's too many things in the news cycle at this point in time that will undermine the integrity of what we're about to release. But we have done some extensive investigative work, not to mention we have connects within the FSB that are going rogue against Putin, that are feeding us information. But, folks, the bottom line is that this Obama administration, the Democrats, even going back to George W. Bush, I genuinely believe, based upon the investigations, that Putin and his spy network have jeopardized and compromised the Washington, D.C. Beltway. I believe that many within the Russian spy network that is highly integrated in the United States. I mean, we talked about Runa Capital, folks. We talked about the players involved in Runa Capital. These people are very, very close to Putin. All right, we were talking about the son of the person who owns the state-run media in Russia, kicking it out here in the United States, funding technological projects and owning technology. And, folks, in this next report that we're going to put out tomorrow, we're going to show that Russia is involved with the biggest companies in the United States and have what we believe are pro-Russian, pro-Putin agents that are integrated within Silicon Valley and some of the biggest names of Silicon Valley. And why and how were they able to do this, folks? Because for whatever reason, the Bush administration, the Barack Obama administration, allowed these folks to come to the United States and take their Russian money and be able to integrate themselves throughout the Silicon Valley, throughout the technological industry, so on and so forth. And there's a reason why you've got this projection coming forth from the political class against POTUS. Every one of the political class is trying to push this Russia-Trump narrative, when in actuality, folks, in my opinion, according to our investigations, we feel Putin's spy network. It's not Russia, it's Putin. Putin has his own spy network in the United States that has compromised many within Washington, D.C., and they've utilized venture capitalism within Silicon Valley to be able to obtain technologies necessary to be able to have the ability to go into any computer, have the ability to go in and out of any operating system, any software program, any application. I mean, folks, the Russian venture capitalist firm Maruna Capital is highly integrated with all these technologies and their companies. So, folks, in my view, I think this whole Russia-Trump narrative is a smokescreen to basically deviate the whole conversation that Russia may, in my view, have many within Washington, D.C. compromised. And I think it is a very, very serious implication, and I think it needs to be investigated more by serious journalists who want to uncover what it is. I mean, our FSB Connects have told us all the information of Russia's spy network in the United States, and they've informed us that they've been here for some time, and they were allowed to be here. They were allowed to come here. They were given special visas to come here. And who gave them those special visas? Was it Donald Trump? No! It was the political class bastards in Washington, D.C. It was George W. Bush. It was Barack Obama. So that's why I'm saying, folks, I mean, this Russia-Trump bull crap, is nothing more than a smokescreen for what truly is probably the biggest revelation in U.S. government history, and that is that many within our own government are compromised via blackmail because of Russia's, or I shouldn't say Russia, I should say Putin's personal spy network in the United States of America. Now, I am going to release the second part of the first article tomorrow, because I think people need to realize that all of technology, I'm talking big-time names, are doing business with Putin via Putin's agents that are sprawled all over this country. Anyway, folks, once again, Susan Rice ordered spreadsheets of Trump campaign's unmasked calls. We've already went over what the hell an unmasked call is. It's time for the Barack Obama administration to be put on trial, brought to justice, and put them in front of the American people so the American people know exactly what these folks have done to undermine our government, to jeopardize the integrity of our country, and to commit treason upon the United States of America. And I'm feeling optimistic. And let me tell you, you people in the media, if you want my opinion, folks, I think that people should just start gathering in front of mainstream media headquarters. I think that there should be a massive amount of people just gathering around and waiting for these people to come outside, because we need to ask them a few questions. Because why is it that the lamestream media is trying to shape the narrative of Mr. and Mrs. Joe Sixpack with outright lies, with outright slander, with outright just completely, it's false. It's complete fantasy what is being projected on the lamestream media. And we as the people need to demand better. We need to demand better. And the only way we can demand better is if we go to their headquarters and say, hey, look, why don't you shove your goddamn ridiculous, stupid lies and your talking heads and shove them straight up your goddamn fake news pooper. I'm not joking, folks. I mean, these idiots are not going to stop lying to us until they realize that if they lie to us, we're going to go over there and ask them questions. And we need massive amount of people in front of the headquarters of CNN, in front of the headquarters of MSNBC, because only then will they stop lying. I guarantee it. When they have to answer for their lies to the masses, these people will stop lying. It's just that nobody's doing anything about it. Nobody's doing a goddamn thing about it. Anyway, folks, let me move on to another subject matter. Did you all hear POTUS is considering a far-reaching step to extreme vetting? Have you heard about this? I'm loving it, folks, and the reason is because the previous administration allowed everybody and every Tom, Dick, and Harry, Jehudi, anybody to come into this country and use us as a doormat. And that's why a lot of these illegal immigrants think that they can protest in the street thinking that this is their country now. You understand? And it's not, and I'm glad that Donald Trump is starting to, basically hit these stupid, dumb leftists where it hurts, and I'm talking extreme vetting. All right? Now, under the proposed extreme vetting proposals that Trump is considering, foreigners will be forced to hand over their cell phones and answer questions on ideology. Why haven't we been doing this before? You're goddamn right. Let me see your goddamn cell phone. Let me see what you got there. What's this ISIS flag doing on your cell phone? I mean, countries are doing this elsewhere, folks. Countries are doing this elsewhere. So why aren't we doing this? And to be honest with you, why aren't we asking foreigners to hand over their cell phones and ask questions like, "Hey, are you a Jehudi? Do you hate America? Do you hate America? Oh yeah." And somebody's saying that's beyond constitutional. You're a stupid foreigner. You're coming to our country. You've got no effing rights. You foreigners don't have any rights. Don't be claiming our Constitution, you foreign pieces of trash. This is our country. This is America. You've actually got some moron that's out here saying that's beyond constitutional. These people are foreigners, you asshole. Are we going to... Look, under Obama and under George W. Bush, these asshole presidents were doing it to us under Homeland Security. I mean, have you seen these checkpoints throughout the areas of the country that stop you? Huh? And just, go and just say, "Hey, let me see your papers. Let me see, where are you doing? Where are you going?" Huh? That's beyond constitutional. The TSA, fondling disabled children because they're, quote, saving America, that's beyond constitutional. Federally mandating every United States citizen to buy health insurance is beyond unconstitutional. So anyway, with that being said, folks, I didn't mean to get off on that tirade, but these foreigners have no reason to be complaining. If they don't like it, then don't come to the United States. All right? We're trying to make America great again over here, and we want safety. Safety is a point of emphasis of this administration. I want order. I want safety. And the safety that I want is I want everybody to be able to walk the street at night. I want everybody to feel safe that they are not going to get robbed, that they're not going to get stabbed, shot, they're not going to get raped, they're not going to get murdered. I mean, this is what we, as the capitalist revolution and the Trump train, are trying to focus on. We're trying to make America great again. We don't believe that people should live in fear in their own homes. All right, so anyway, I'm completely in agreement with this extreme vetting. And the reason I say this, folks, because, Donald Trump is applying this to not just Jehudi countries or Muslim countries or anything of that nature. But he's also applying these extreme vetting tactics to allies like France and Germany. Of course we've got to apply it to Germany and France. I mean, Germany and France are the cuckold connoisseurs of Europe next to goddamn Sweden, for Christ's sake. I mean, have you seen Paris? Have you seen it lately? Have you seen what's happened to Germany lately? So, of course, we are going to apply this to France and Germany because we want to keep our country safe. We don't want to turn into Germany. We don't want to turn into France. We don't want to turn into Sweden. We want to be the bastions of the world again. We want America to be a place that people want to come to, that will do anything to come here, that will come here legally. And by the way, illegal immigration under Trump is down 67% since he's took office. So, man, we are winning. We are winning, and we are making America great again. And I've never been happier to be an American. I've never been more proud to be an American in my life. And I hope that you are too, folks. I mean, it's time to take America back. This is our country. All right, our ancestors were the ones that built this country into the bastion of capitalism that it was. It was our ancestry that fought hard, not just against foreign entities, but amongst ourselves in civil wars and other disputes, so that we can be what we are today. And what, these foreigners think they can just come in here and usurp our country? No! This is America! And we're back, for Christ's sake. Jesus Christ, man. Let me move on, for Christ's sake. But once again, I'm loving these far-reaching steps of extreme vetting. I'm loving it. Keep it up, POTUS. We're winning, baby. We're winning. Now, when it comes to the Republican Party, let's go ahead and talk about that. Because, folks, I have been calling for the removal of Paul Ryan as House Speaker because of his utter failure of trying to gather around the party and having the party all be cohesive around a health care policy. And instead, what Paul Ryan tried to do as House Speaker is tried to utilize his bureaucratic stature to revise 66 pages of the 4,000-page Obamacare bill and call it a revision and tried to force it down the Republican Party's throats. Now that, my friends, is not a leader. And that's why I have been calling for this asshole's removal as House Speaker. Now, for the life of me, I just don't understand why Paul Ryan continues to stay there as House Speaker when he is completely incompetent, when he is completely disconnected from the average, everyday American people. I mean, give me a break. Why is Paul Ryan Speaker of the House? I don't get it. Well, folks, the latest report will give you a little bit of an idea on why Paul Ryan is going to stay as House Speaker. In the month of March, folks, Paul Ryan transferred, quote-unquote, $7 million to Republicans running in races in 2018. $7 million he transferred to Republicans in races right now. So it makes all the sense in the world now why Paul Ryan is House Speaker. And in my personal view, he's trying to pay himself to stay there even after his utter complete incompetence on health care. Now, folks, I thought we were going away from this type of mentality as far as Republicans were concerned. I thought that we were actually trying to gain leadership to push forth agendas and policies that is conducive to most on the right of the political persuasion. Instead, that's not what the Republicans seem like they're doing. And that's why we have to continue to be political. We have to continue to hold their feet to the fire. We've got to continue to meme. We've got to continue to tweet at these people. We've got to continue to fax, call, email, whatever it takes to communicate with these people our disdain for their lackadaisical attitude from actually changing Barack Obama's policies. And folks, we have to be political. I know some of you think, I don't want to get political because I'm retarded. Well, then don't listen to this broadcast, all right? Then why are you listening to this broadcast if you're just going to be a lazy, fat loser piece of crap? Why are you listening to this broadcast, man? Do you understand? We need you. We need each and every one of you to be political, man. This is a government made for the people and by the people. But if the people fall asleep at the wheel, by God, we are witnessing that reality. We are witnessing when the people do not run a government for the people and by the people. Who is in control right now and who is trying to keep control, trying to hold on to control, trying to grasp for control? I'm talking about the deep state. I'm talking about the political class. I'm talking about the mainstream media, folks. These three entities are obviously, based upon their actions, they are obviously enemies of the people. They are enemies of the people. And the reason is because they're trying to subvert our own authority. They're trying to subvert our vote. They're trying to subvert our significance. I'm telling you this right now. Listen, the reason I went off on this tirade, folks, is because, why are we going to continue with this freaking same old bureaucratic song and dance and allow two-bit mumsers that have no connection to everyday American people, like Paul Ryan as Speaker of the House, like Mitch McConnell, lead the party? These people are not Americans. These people are agents of globalism. And the proof is what they did when Barack Obama was president, which was absolutely nothing. They did nothing. And that's why we have to be very, very obstinate against both of these political so-called leaders. We have to make sure that the Republican Party and those that are within the Republican Party understand that no one likes Paul Ryan, no one likes Mitch McConnell, and that the people and the party don't want these old, stupid, ridiculous political establishment hacks running the Republican Party any longer, because it's obvious that Paul Ryan, Mitch McConnell running this party is incompetence. It means that there's nothing that's going to get done, for Christ's sake, man. Wake up, people. We need you. We need you more than ever, for Christ's sake. Do you understand that? This is serious business, for Christ's sake. Wake up. It's time to be political, you lazy pieces of trash. It's... It's time to be political, for Christ's sake. Is anybody listening, for Christ's sake? Good God. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. Jesus Christ, man. Listen, screw you, Paul Ryan, all right? You son of a bitch. Born with a silver foot in his mouth, this prick. And I still want an investigation into your mother, Paul Ryan. I want to know what happened to your father. I want to know what happened to Bruce Barlow. I want to know what happened to these men. You son of a bitch. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter, folks, because we're running out of time here. All right? Let's talk about the Democrats talking about filibuster over Gorsuch, the Supreme Court nominee. Now, for whatever reason, Gorsuch was unanimously nominated back when he was appointed for a federal judgeship, by both parties. Now that these Democrats find it politically convenient to act like spoiled twats and brats because they lost the election and they can't believe that there are they can't believe that there's nobody that obliges their warped political philosophy anymore. They can't believe that they lost with the progressive left lunacy. They are now utilizing any opportunity necessary to be able to be an obstructionist to the current administration. Now, folks, we're within 48 hours of Gorsuch either being filibustered or, according to reports, this may be where the Republicans are unified because, according to reports, there are enough votes for the nuclear option. And for you folks that aren't aware of what the nuclear option is, it's when the GOP is going to vote down the filibuster and basically vote on Gorsuch without those that are filibustering and nominate him and pass him into the Supreme Court anyway. Now, this particular nuclear option was actually implemented by Harry Scary Reid, former Senate Majority Leader on the Democrat side, in 2013. He utilized this nuclear option for several different Obama appointees, and now the nuclear option is being reasserted, and it's going to be reasserted. Of course, I believe, according to reports, that the Republicans do have the votes necessary to be able to assert the nuclear option, bypass the Democrats, and vote Gorsuch in anyway. But that remains to be seen. So once again, the Democrats, for whatever reason, want to filibuster the nomination of Gorsuch to the Supreme Court. And I just don't get it. This is the same guy that the same people that are going to filibuster voted him into another federal judgeship. I mean, this just proves that the Democrats are just pure obstructionists. I mean, they're complete incompetent. I mean, these folks need to be just unelected as well. I mean, in 2018, I think the point of emphasis should be this: unelect bureaucratic establishment idiots. Unelect people who have made political public office as a source of a career. Anybody who utilizes public office as a career should be voted out and never be voted back in again. You know, I hate when people say that, well, you know, he doesn't have any political experience. We've been utilizing schmucks with political experience for the past 50 years, and look at where it's got us, folks. Look at where political experience has gotten us at this point in time. I mean, we got $20 trillion in debt. All right, we've got a destabilized Middle East that the United States caused. All right, we've got our military in wars for long periods of time in Afghanistan and in other parts of the globe. We've got, I mean, I could continue going, for Christ's sake, man. I'm just saying, folks. I'm just saying it's very, very unfortunate that the Democrats are just going to sit back and act like a bunch of crying brats. I don't think any of these Democrats deserve any respect, let alone this establishment Republicans, but these Democrats. I mean, I can't believe that there's people that still fall for this virtue signaling, bureaucratic, disingenuous nonsense. I mean, you can read it all over these Democrats' face when they virtue signal. It's disingenuous garbage. I mean, look at when somebody like Elizabeth Warren tries to speak and virtue signal. I mean, the tenor of her voice sounds like a disingenuous, condescending, wannabe intellectual. I mean, there is no type of heart or enthusiasm backing up that ridiculous rhetoric of hers, and that goes for many within the Democratic Party. It's a bunch of emotionless, psychopathic babble when it comes to virtue signaling, for Christ's sake. So once again, folks, Democrats are going to filibuster, supposedly, Gorsuch, the Supreme Court nominee, but according to the GOP, many within the GOP, they have the votes for the nuclear option, so we shall see if the nuclear option is asserted and the Republicans can bypass the Democrats and Gorsuch can go ahead and go right into the Supreme Court. I mean, we need more Supreme Court justices on the right of the political persuasion. I mean, look at Sotomayor. Look at that disgusting Chaz Bono mixed with Shemp-looking broad. What the hell is that? Kagan. She looks like Chaz Bono, and Shemp from the Three Stooges had a damn love child, for Christ's sake. And this is what's at the Supreme Court right now? Good God. I'm done. I can't figure it out. I don't know. Screw you, Democrats, all right? Telling you people are obstructionists. When you were in power, all you did was kamikaze this damn country down the tubes, and the proof is where we're at today, you ungrateful, psychopath, bureaucratic, power-hungry pricks. Well, folks, we are now in the third and final hour of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you very much for tuning in with me. Before we get started on anything else, I'd like for everybody to please spread it around, spread it around, spread it around like wildfire. And let everybody know that True Capitalist Radio is in effect and in the house. And we are live every Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here on the official website of the True Capitalist Radio broadcast. And it is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. That's blogtalkradio.com/ghost. And, of course, if you have not done so, please follow us on Twitter and Gab. Twitter and Gab. The Twitter name and the Gab name to follow is Politics Ghost. All one word, no underscores. Politics Ghost is the name to follow. Now that we've gotten that all out of the way, let's continue going on with the broadcast, folks. Once again, we were talking about how the Democrats are going to filibuster Gorsuch, but the GOP seem to have the votes necessary for the nuclear option. Let's go ahead and get to the next subject matter. Scores reportedly killed in gas attack on Syrian rebel area. Now, folks, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've never been a fan of Bashar al-Assad, but I am going to be the first to tell you that Bashar al-Assad did not, and I repeat, did not do this gas attack. The last time that they tried to do this particular gas attack, it was a false flag operation, and even the United Nations didn't believe the gas attack, the last one that happened in 2013, okay? Now, let me go ahead and tweet this. All right, so I can go ahead and show you the last gas attack that they tried to say Bashar al-Assad did that did not come to fruition because not even members of the United Nations believed that Bashar al-Assad did this damn gas attack. And if anything, they figured out that it was the rebels that had the capability to do this, and they were the ones that did this to their own people. It was a false flag. So let me go ahead and tweet this gas attack out. I'm sorry, folks. I'm doing two things at once, but it bears repeating, and it bears everyone knowing that the last Syrian gas attack was a pure false flag in an attempt to try to push for war against Bashar al-Assad. Here it is, right here. Here is the video right now. I just tweeted it, folks, if you want to go ahead and listen to it or watch it. This is a report basically stating that the last gas attack back in 2013 was a pure false flag, and that everybody knew it. The United Nations knew it, Everybody knew it. That's why nothing came about of that gas attack in 2013. And just a coincidence that that gas attack happened right as the UN inspectors and UN peacekeepers were going to go into Syria in an attempt to see if Bashar al-Assad had any goddamn weapons of mass destruction. All right? I mean, just a coinkydink. Just a coinkydink. Now, with that being said, folks, what's happening? What's happening right now that would allow the disgusting, filthy powers that be, what's happening right now that they would have this gas attack, this false flag gas attack today, and blame it on Bashar al-Assad? Folks, today's Syrian gas attack falls on the same day as the EU was having a Syrian conference in Brussels. Yeah, the EU was having a conference on Syria, on what to do about Syria, because it was they, it was NATO, it was the United States in concert with one another that caused this Syrian situation, that caused the Libyan situation, that caused the Egyptian situation, that caused the Iraqi situation. So, I mean, this makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. And I have to hand it to Green Leader, who is, very astute on these subject matters. He's actually chatting out here and saying Assad is winning against the rebels, and that's true. Remember, ISIS was driven out of Raqqa recently. We talked about that yesterday. Bashar al-Assad has come out publicly several times in interviews and said that we are winning against the rebels, so on and so forth. So, I mean, there would be no need, no reason whatsoever for this guy to just decide to go ahead and gas people, even though he's winning the offensive against those that are trying to overtake his country. Now, I look, that was the last gas attack in 2013. Now there's another one. And now all of a sudden they're trying to blame Bashar al-Assad. And why are they doing this? They're doing this, folks, because the policy of the Trump administration doesn't see Syria as a theater of combat for U.S. foreign policy. And because the Trump administration doesn't want to see any kind of military operations in Syria, that pisses off a lot of the folks that actually participated in creating this whole vacuum that is the destabilization of the Middle East. Because it all started in Syria, folks. You remember that? I mean, this whole destabilization of the Middle East started in Syria, and Bashar al-Assad, at the time, folks, I did not like what he was doing to the opposition. I mean, he was ruthless. I mean, he was just murdering and mass killing people one by one. His army was ruthless. So at the time, when you see these types of images coming out of Syria, and you see that Bashar al-Assad's army is just, mowing down people in the streets, let's put it this way, the humanity, the love for humanity that I have is repulsed by that. That's why I was in opposition of Bashar al-Assad for that particular time, and I would still be in opposition to Bashar al-Assad if this administration, or I should say the Barack Obama administration, if Obama did not go into Libya and overthrow Gaddafi, which there was no reason to go in there and overthrow Gaddafi. Because Barack Obama overthrew Mubarak. Barack Obama pulled out of Iraq. I mean, this is the reason why the destabilization of the Middle East has happened, and as a result, who took the brunt end of those destabilizations? Europe, with the refugee migration crisis. The United States suffering the same thing, folks. I mean, so in my view, I think that Bashar al-Assad, through the test of time, has proven himself right even though he is a brutal, brutal dictator. And the reason I say this, folks, is because it seems, based upon everything that has transpired since Bashar al-Assad's slaughtering of his people back in like 2012, 2011, what's changed and what has evolved is the fact that there are people that have now organized against Assad that are even more deadly, even more ruthless and fanatical and fundamentally psychotic than Bashar al-Assad. Because, folks, let's be honest. I mean, if we take a look at the pro-al-Assad areas of Syria, I mean, they are not devout Muslims as a whole. This is a secular-based type of a country. I mean, not to say that there's no Muslims there, but they sure as hell ain't practicing like they are in Saudi Arabia. All right? I mean, Bashar al-Assad, he's Western educated. That's why Bashar al-Assad could speak perfect English. He married some hot blonde chick. Okay? Have you seen his wife? He married some blondie from the United States. So this guy, he's pretty secular. And given the fact that we have got a radical fundamental Islamic specter that is plaguing the Middle East and other parts of the globe, I don't think now it's a bad idea to leave a secularist psychopath like Bashar al-Assad in power to kind of offset this Jihadism that's happening in the region. Because I don't like potentially what is happening in the Middle East. You've got a bunch of fanatical fundamentalists taking control of the Middle East, and the United States helped them do it. The Libya, for Christ's sake, what did they do as soon as Bashar al-Assad, as soon as Muammar Gaddafi was overthrown in Libya? What did they do? They threw up the Al-Qaeda flag in the capital of Libya. Look it up. It's on YouTube. What happened after the United States pulled out of Iraq? Well, it was a hotbed for ISIS. I mean, luckily, the Iraqi army, after years and years of training these guys, they're finally kicking the crap out of ISIS, out of Mosul, and that's why they're retreating elsewhere across the Middle East. And Bashar al-Assad has kicked the crap out of the ISIS rebels out of Raqqa. So I'm telling you, they're on the run.
Calling the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA simply a compact SUV is like describing a cathedral as just 4 walls and a ceiling. The GLA is both a beautiful work of design and one of the most functional SUVs in its class, and it's available at an exceptional price. Why drive any compact SUV when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz GLA? Visit MBUSA.com/GLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
So anyway, the reason I go into this tirade about this particular subject matter is because, in my view, for whatever reason, this policy that was implemented by Bush and Obama of radicalizing, because that's really what the foreign policy has done at this point. It has radicalized a humongous portion of the Islamic world based upon the foreign policy implemented by these two disgusting presidents. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, the Middle East would be just fine had we just left it alone. Had we just left it alone. Had we let the secular powers, that was Saddam Hussein. Saddam Hussein was a Ba'athist. That was a secular party in the Middle East. As a matter of fact, Bashar al-Assad is a Ba'athist. We've got Muammar Gaddafi. He was somewhat secular. I wouldn't say totally secular, but somewhat, let's just say, less fundamental than many that are in the region. Mubarak in Egypt was trying to incrementally bring in modernity to his third world nation, and because he did so, he got overthrown. So, folks, I'm telling you this right now. It would have been better had we just left the Middle East alone. And for whatever reason, these disgusting people that have implemented the policy that the United States has asserted in the Middle East, and I'm talking the CIA, Black Operations, Special Forces, for whatever reason, these folks don't want to let this go. They don't want to let this go. They don't want to let Bashar al-Assad live for whatever reason. They don't want to try to destabilize the Middle East. They want to keep perpetuating this ISIS terrorist hysteria, and I don't get it. So with that being said, folks, once again, reported scores of people dead in a gas attack in the Syria rebel area. Comes on the same day that the EU is having a Syria conference in Brussels on, quote, what to do about Syria. And, of course, I just tweeted the 2013 gas attack. That was the last gas attack that happened, and they tried to stick it to Bashar al-Assad being the culprit behind that gas attack, and not even the United Nations believed that Bashar al-Assad was behind this gas attack in 2013. Now that it's 2017, they're going to try this whole damn false flag again and see if it sticks. They're going to try this whole goddamn scheme again and see if it sticks. Why? Because the current administration under Donald Trump doesn't want to do anything to Syria. It's done, all right? This whole Middle East policy that has been implemented for the past several presidents has been a failure. It has been a disaster. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that the presidents, the previous two, Obama and Bush, have done crimes against humanity because of their foreign policy. I'm going to be completely honest with you. These are crimes against humanity, what both of these presidents have done as their foreign policy is concerned. We can even throw in Bill Clinton in there, because Bill Clinton put a sanction on Iraq that killed about 5 million women and children. And, folks, the Secretary of State at the time, Madeleine Albright, said in a public interview that, quote, the price we feel was worth it, in response to being asked about 5 million women and children dying during the Bill Clinton sanctions on Iraq. All right? Jesus Christ. So anyway, with that being said, and look, people are saying it did really happen, Ghost. People are dead. Hey, I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying it was a staged event. What I'm saying is whoever did this gas attack on these folks was not Bashar al-Assad. It's someone who wants to make it seem as if Bashar al-Assad is, for whatever reason, throwing gas on people when he's winning the war. Bashar al-Assad is winning the war. So it makes no sense why he would do this. It only benefits those that are trying to take him out. And thank you there, MF Bestate. Here is the clip of Madeleine Albright, if you want to check it out. I'm going to go ahead and retweet this. The deaths of 500,000, excuse me, I thought it was 5 million, 500,000 Iraqi children. Let me go ahead and listen to it. Let's listen to it, because she's a cold-blooded broad, I'll tell you that right now. Let's go ahead and put it on, engineer. Let's listen to Madeleine Albright talk about how 500,000 dead Iraqi children was worth it. And, folks, remember, this was the Secretary of State for Bill Clinton, all right, when Bill Clinton implemented the sanctions on Iraq. Go ahead and throw it on, engineer. Throw it on.
We have heard that 500,000 children have died. I mean, that's more children than died in Hiroshima. And you know, is the price worth it? I think this is a very hard choice, but we think the price is worth it.
Boom. May 12th, 1996 is when goddamn Madeleine Albright said that. And Madeleine Albright, folks, was also the same disgusting leather bag that was quoted as saying during the campaign of Hillary Clinton for president. She said, quote, "There's a special place in hell for women who don't vote for Hillary Clinton." This bitch has something to say about hell, and she thought it was worth killing 500,000 children? I mean, you see what I'm saying, folks? You see how sick and psychopathic these people that are in charge are? These people are sick, man. These people are freaking sick. Jesus Christ. Anyway, let me move on to another subject matter. But once again, scores reported killed in gas attack on Syrian rebel area comes on the same day as the EU has a Syrian conference, or a conference on Syria, what to do about Syria, in Brussels. How convenient, folks. How effing convenient. Let's continue going on to another subject matter. We talked a little bit about Gibraltar yesterday, folks, and how Gibraltar is all of a sudden becoming a pivotal piece of property in the Brexit battle between the EU and the UK. Now, what does this mean, folks? Well, now the EU have stoked the Spaniards into kind of this hysteria that, hey, Gibraltar's is rightfully yours. And there's this big now saber rattling between the UK and Spain over Gibraltar. Now, this is very interesting, folks, because today a Spanish warship entered the Gibraltar waters off Eastern Beach, and the Royal Navy deployed vessels in response, man. I mean, this is getting very serious here. I mean, are Spain and goddamn the UK going to go to war, for Christ's sake? Oh, my God. I can't believe this. I can't believe what's happening here, folks. I mean, over Gibraltar, and folks, this dispute, I told you about it yesterday, man. The Gibraltar has been in the possession of the freaking UK since, what, the 18th century? And you mean to tell me now Spain is going to go flex nuts now because of why? Because of this whole Brexit situation? And according to reports, the reason is because Spain wants Gibraltar to be governed under the EU laws. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. How many people in Europe have been cucked by the European Union? I mean, seriously, folks, how many people have been cucked by the European Union, for heaven's sake, man? I mean, this is very serious. I know that people are thinking, Ghost, what are you talking about? That's just nothing. Folks, I think that the UK and Spain are very close to a confrontation. All right? I mean, they're very close to a confrontation, and if you want my personal opinion, the EU helped stoke this. The EU helped stoke this, and let me tell you, the EU is a piece of crap. It's starting to show its true globalist colors, and as far as I'm concerned, the whole goddamn world should be declaring war on Brussels and the bureaucrats that comprise the EU. I mean, you had Jean-Claude Juncker, was it last week, talking about how he's threatening Trump that he was going to help break up the United States. I mean, the gall of these bureaucrats, man. The gall of these goddamn bureaucrats, man. That's why the EU wants their own army. That's why the EU wants their own nuclear weapons, folks. The EU is a dangerous entity that needs to be taken out. I mean, and the way to take it out is by people voting out of the EU, people voting out as a member state. But, folks, they ain't going quietly. I mean, they are talking mad garbage. Talking mad garbage about us. When I say us, I'm talking about Britannia. I'm talking about the United States. I'm telling you, man, I don't like where the EU is going. I don't like what they're talking about. I don't like the fact that they want an army. I don't like the fact that they want nuclear weapons. And let me tell you something, EU. You keep coming at the United States and UK, I mean, we'd be more than happy to go out there and whoop your goddamn asses out of Brussels, for Christ's sake. You understand? I'm not joking around. I'd be all for a military offensive against the EU compound in Brussels. I'm not even joking around. I'm not even kidding. These people are unelected pieces of trash, and they should all be arrested, and they should be tried in front of the world for attempting to undermine the sovereignty of every one of those nation states that belong to the EU. Every one of them. Every goddamn one of them. So that's why I'm saying, screw you, EU. Stop trying to cause disorder amongst the United States and the UK. You lost, all right? People have pulled the wool over their eyes and saw the light. They see that you're a bunch of globalist scumbags that don't have anybody's special interest but your own and the globalists. You only have your own and the globalists' special interest in mind, and it makes me sick. And you people have the audacity to sit over here and try to call yourself some kind of a democratic body? Screw you, EU. Screw you, EU. I'm telling you, the gall of these old pieces of crap. I'm glad Britannia is finally rid of those stupid pieces of trash. And let me tell you something, Britannia. The United States will ride with you, man. All right, you want to take on the EU? We'll ride with you, man. The fucking hell with the EU. You're going to threaten America? You're going to threaten the sovereignty of America? I want Jean-Claude fucking Juncker's head on a platter. You're going to threaten America, boy? I want Jean-Claude Juncker's head on a damn platter, for Christ's sake. Man, you're going to threaten America there, boy. Son of a bitch. Anyway, look, I know I'm going a little off keister here, folks, but I mean, I can't believe that the EU has stoked this confrontation that is now a legitimate confrontation between the Spaniards and Britannia over the Rock of Gibraltar. I mean, this goes back to the 18th century, man. I mean, we're in the 21st century, and the EU stokes this. I'm just saying, man. I mean, these people in the EU are dangerous, and they need to be taken out, as far as I'm concerned. They're not going to stop. These people think that they're above the law. These people that think that they own the world, and we need to cut them down to size. I'm sorry. We need to cut them down to size. Anyway, folks, let me move on to another subject matter. This breaking just in here, according to Roger J. Stone, of course, is an affiliate of mine. I don't want to get into it more than that. He is claiming that Jared Kushner, the husband of Ivanka Trump, is actually the source of leaking information to MSNBC of all entities, for Christ's sake. Now, of course, this is according to Roger Stone. Roger Stone just came out publicly and said that Jared Kushner, the wife of Ivanka, or the wife, well, maybe it is the wife, the husband of Ivanka Trump, is actually the leaker to MSNBC. Now, that's very interesting, because why exactly would Jared Kushner, parentheses, 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 do that? Why would he do that to Ivanka? Why would he do that to his father-in-law? What the hell's the problem? What's the problem? Anyway, this is the first I've heard of it, folks, so I really don't know the full information about this, but according to Roger Stone, Jared Kushner is leaking information to MSNBC, according to Roger Stone. So we shall see what transpires from that particular news right there. Now, folks, let's talk a little bit about the St. Petersburg, Russia metro attack, folks. According to reports, the attack was carried out by a suicide bomber, allegedly, which is weird because, that wasn't the initial reports, but okay, we'll just go ahead and go along with this story. According to the reports, a 22-year-old out of Kyrgyzstan, kind of an Asiatic province, Kyrgyzstan, was the culprit behind the Russian metro bombings. Now, folks, I alluded to this yesterday that Vladimir Putin was having a meeting in St. Petersburg, and he was actually there, and we had gotten contact with our FSB contact stating that the attacks on the metro in Russia, they told us that it will appear and it will be broadcasted as if it's terrorism, or there may be elements that say it was a false flag. But according to our sources in the FSB, which are rogue agents, that was an attempt at Putin's life. He was in St. Petersburg, and he left abruptly, according to our sources. And as a result, that's why you had not only this blast in the metro, but they had found other devices, according to reports, and have had to detonate those devices. Now, I personally believe that this was a thwarted attempt at Putin's life. It makes no sense to hit the metro station of St. Petersburg. There is no reason for that target, if you want my opinion. It's no significance. It sends no message. That's why, in my view, I personally believe that it was possibly set up by rogue elements within the Russian system itself in an attempt to coordinate this 22-year-old of all things, you know? I mean, when they're young suicide bombers like that, you got to wonder whether or not they even know what they're doing, and they were just put in a situation with something strapped onto them, and then they blew themselves up. You know, there's a very interesting movie that I think everybody should watch. Very interesting movie. It's called Arlington Road. Arlington Road. If you ever seen that movie, very, very freaked out movie. I do not want to get into the whole 411 about that movie, but it basically tells you how easy it is in that movie to frame somebody for terrorism. Frame somebody for terrorism. It's a great movie. It's got liberal-ass Tim Robbins and the guy who plays the dude. What the hell is that Daniels idiot? Great movie. I strongly advise everybody to watch that. Arlington Road. Once again, it'll show you how easy it is to make somebody, unbeknownst to them, commit terrorism without them even knowing about it. So I'm just saying, folks, and in my personal opinion, I believe our contacts in the FSB that this was an attempt at Putin's life. They just thwarted it. They thwarted it, and as a result, the detonation happened in the metro because, I mean, you know, you got a lot of police in the metro. You got a lot of surveillance in the metro. So, you know, they're going to be able to stop any kind of traveling of any kind of device that could potentially be used against Putin. They're going to stop it, especially if it's traveling through the metro. And Putin was a mere 16 kilometers away from the blast. And from my reports, and from what I've gathered from my sources, he was leaving abruptly in whatever meeting he was attending. He was leaving abruptly. So he knew. I mean, he probably sniffed it out that, you know, he wasn't feeling safe. You know, he wasn't feeling safe at all, and as a result, he's like, I'm out of here, comrade. And now, to be honest with you, Putin, if this was a genuine terrorist attack, as they're alluding to, Putin would be all up on the TV talking mad garbage. If this was a terrorist attack, he would be going out there busting heads, killing Muslims, so on and so forth. It's not, folks. It's not. What he's trying to do now is figure out who it was that coordinated this effort in an attempt to have him cross paths with a potential patsy suicide bomber. So, in my view, folks, I mean, whether you want to interpret yesterday's metro attack as an assassination attempt on Putin, or if it was a terrorist attack to take the minds who are protesting against Putin, because, folks, everybody is up in arms against Putin now. Now that they know he's a commie crook, now that they know he is a thief and has stolen $200 billion, as in Bill Gates, $200 billion from the Russian people and put it in his own personal bank account, the Russians don't really like Putin anymore. So either way, this helps Putin in the eyes of Mr. and Mrs. Joe Vodka. If this was an attempt at his life, it was botched, and I think anybody that's in the bureaucratic government of Russia who had part in this better watch their ass and better leave, because believe me, there's going to be, here in the next couple of days, more Russians dropping dead from assassinations. All right, well, another prognostication. There will be more Russians dropping dead from assassinations because of this thwarted assassination attempt at Vladimir Putin. So once again, folks, the prognosticator or prognosticator strikes again. Anyway, let me go ahead and get to this last, but certainly not least, subject matter. And look, we'll go ahead and have some radio graffiti today. All right, I know that I April Fools the Saturday Night Troll Show, and yesterday, I was just a little upset yesterday. We'll have a little bit of radio graffiti, but first, before we do, I want to talk about something. All right, I want to talk about something. Did y'all hear about this Muslim teenager? This Muslim teenager that wrote nothing but Black Lives Matter 100 times on an application to go to Stanford University and got accepted. Can you believe that? I mean, what does that say about higher education, folks? Why is it that you young folks still believe that it is the American dream to put yourself in debt, $60,000, $70,000 in college debt, when you've got colleges conducting themselves in this capacity? If you haven't seen it, folks, a Muslim teenager wrote nothing but Black Lives Matter 100 times on his application and was accepted to Stanford University. I mean, what the hell does that say about the higher education system, folks? Why do I keep telling each and every one of you young folks, unless you are going to go into a STEM-related field, there should be no reason why you're putting your money, not even your money, you're putting yourself in debt for a college degree. And with all due respect, folks, college degrees at this point are meaningless. They're meaningless. I mean, the whole market of degrees are saturated. Everybody's got a degree. Everybody's got a degree. And the bad part about it is that when these kids get a degree, they think that they're supposed to get like the $50,000 to $80,000 to $100,000 job right as they get out of college. That's not how real life works, kiddos. That's why you are sleeping in your mommy's basement on your mommy's couch, because folks, and look, I hate to bring up the baby boomers, but that's how they created you. They created you to be dependent on them so that you can take care of them when they die. You see, many of the baby boomers let their folks die off in crappy-ass nursing homes. I mean, let their freaking parents just die off like a bunch of dead dogs. I'm not even joking around. And you see, when they saw that, when they saw their parents, when they dumped them off on a malpractice goddamn nursing home, they saw that they didn't want that to happen to them when they become old gas bags. So what did they do? What did they do? They purposely contrived this scam of higher education. And not only did they contrive this scam of higher education, they took away the economic opportunities that was accorded to each and every one of those baby boomers. They took them away from you. They sent the means of production to other countries. They sent the jobs to other countries. They left America anemic. You know what, folks? 10 years ago, the only thing we produced in America, even 8 years ago, the only thing we produced in America was cheeseburgers and entertainment, folks. And I was saying this back then on this very broadcast, that the only way America brings itself up economically is if we start producing again. And that's why today's numbers that came out that states that exports are up, I mean, that's music to my ears. What we need now, folks, is we need these tax cuts. We need the repealing of Obamacare. And at the same time, folks, we need to stop this political correct hysteria. This idea that we all have to treat each other with kid gloves. You know, to be honest with you, you don't have to like people. I mean, if you don't like gays, you don't like gays. You don't like black people, you don't like black people. But when you start infringing upon their personal property, when you start infringing upon their personal rights, that's when it becomes a problem. But I don't see anything wrong with anyone wanting to be prejudiced against anybody. I mean, isn't that the right of people to be prejudiced against people? Like, I don't like Ruskies. I don't like them. I'm sorry. I mean, I could spot a Ruski from a mile away because you could see their freaking mouths open, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going out and infringing upon Ruskies' lives. I'm not out there and trying to infringe upon Ruskies' rights, American Ruskies' rights, for Christ's sake. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. I mean, I'm tired of the political correct crap. If you don't like a certain group of people, that's your right to do so. It's not your right to infringe upon them, and that goes to the other side. That goes to Black Lives Matter. That goes to La Raza. That goes to all you minority groups that think that you can use whatever strife that you think that you have as a community and use that as a means to strip away or infringe upon the rights of others. I mean, we got to get rid of this mentality, folks. I mean, who cares if this person doesn't like black people, or if this person doesn't like white people, or if this person doesn't like Chinese people, or if this person doesn't like gay people? Who cares? As long as everybody stays away from one another, and the only thing that is traded is a few verbal jabs, who cares, man? If somebody if you're black and somebody calls you the N-word, then who cares? You call them a white cracker-ass crackerback. There's no reason to get all uppity. There's no reason to get all violent, for Christ's sake. You know, if somebody calls you a faggot and you're gay, well, then just call them a stupid idiot. Say, yeah, well, then why are you even caring? Are you looking at me? Are you looking at my bulge? Are you looking at my booty? I mean, you know, just exchange words, man. There's no need to get physical. There's no need to infringe upon anybody else's rights. That's all I'm saying, man. Let's get back to that, folks. Let's get back to that, please. I remember the 70s and 80s were like that, and those were nice times in American history. Even though the 70s economically sucked, socially we were a hell of a lot better, even though racism was apparent. I mean, you remember All in the Family? Those were the days. You know what I'm saying, Archie Bunker? I mean, we found comedy in racism. Look at the Jeffersons. We found comedy in racism. Remember Chico and the Man? I mean, this was not something that caused us to be triggered. You know, this isn't something to cause us to be hysterical. And look, I'm gonna leave it at this, and we're gonna go to Radio Graffiti. Like yesterday, I talked a little bit about autistics, and you know, you would have thought that I said that autistics deserve to be in like some kind of an oven or something, but no, I said, you know what I said yesterday? I said that I believe that autistic people are not mentally retarded, and that I think that they have the potential to basically be whatever it is that they want to be, so long as someone facilitates their singular perspective. Because, you know, the thing about autistics is they have a singular perspective on how they view things. So when they get on a subject, they are on that subject singularly and intently, and in some cases obsessively. And that's okay. Why don't you help facilitate that and help them help society by utilizing their intellectual potential? And that's what I was stating yesterday. But of course, because you autists have been so pussy pampered by your goddamn parents, and you've been so pussy pampered by everyone who has coddled your asses that you feel that you deserve some special treatment. You feel that you're special. And I'm here to tell you that, yeah, you may be special, but you ain't retarded. And when I say special, I mean that you have the ability to do things that mentally retarded people don't. So the point I was making yesterday is that you autists do not deserve the type of treatment, the type of coddling, pussy pampered treatment that mentally retarded people get on a 24-hour basis. And the reason I say this is because look at all the autists that know about technology, that know about hacking, that know about gaming, that know about programming, that know about networking. You would not be able to know about these things if you were mentally retarded. So I am sick of you autists acting like a bunch of victims because your stupid dumbass parents and the psychiatric and psychological industries has psyoped you into believing that you're some kind of a goddamn victim. And folks, I got so many goddamn freaking tweets from people that I'm a heartless bastard, that how dare you, and that, oh, you know, you don't care about your fans, and that I can't believe that you insulted the autistic community, and that I was saying hate crimes. Give me a break. That's the problem with you little autists. You think you're special. I'm here to tell you that you're not special. You're not special. And as far as I'm concerned, I think that your parents and the psychological industry have ruined you as individuals. Have ruined you as individuals. And that's the point I was making, that your parents, haven't you noticed, autists, the first thing that comes out of their mouths when it comes to you, in reference to you, is, oh, look, it's my autistic son. I'm an autistic parent. Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm a parent of an Asperger's child. Yeah. And look, people are like, oh, not this rant again. You want to know why? Because y'all are autists and y'all are getting triggered. You know, like, oh, I'm triggered. I don't want to be made fun of. I'm gonna have a meltdown. That goes to show you autists are no different than these fanatical leftists. You're no different than these fanatical leftists. So for you all to sit here and try to criticize anybody on the left, you morons are acting just as stupid and as irrational as they are. Anybody says anything about autists, I'm going to have a meltdown. Same garbage that social justice warriors are doing. So all you autists that are out here taking offense to this, that are listening to me, and that are claiming to be of the right wing of the political spectrum, you are not. If you're taking offense to me talking about autism, you are not of the right-wing political persuasion. You're a left-wing social justice warrior piece of trash. All right? You're a left-wing piece of trash. So don't claim the right wing if you're going to get triggered and you're going to get pissed off when somebody criticizes autism or Asperger's, all right? I mean, because that goes to show you that you're nothing more than a social justice warrior snowflake, all right? I'm just saying.
Calling the beautifully redesigned 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA simply a four-door coupe is like describing a world-class athlete as just a good runner. With its sleek profile and powerful turbocharged engine, the CLA offers agility and design that are unmatched in its class, and it's available now at an exceptional price. Why drive any four-door coupe when you could be driving the 2017 Mercedes-Benz CLA? Visit mbusa.com/CLA to learn more. Mercedes-Benz, the best or nothing.
Outside the office, you exercise, eat right, but being healthy shouldn't stop when you sit down at your desk. People say sitting is the new smoking. But what can you do? Check out VeriDesk, the original and easiest way to stand and sit while you work. It's simple and height adjustable with no assembly or new office furniture required. Find the size that's perfect for your desk at veridesk.com. Stand, sit, feel better. Go to veridesk.com and work the way you live. VeriDesk. Work elevated.
Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look. I've had about enough talking about this subject matter. I'm just saying I don't think that you autists are retarded. I don't think that you're retarded, but you want to, by your actions and by how you act and about how you conduct yourselves, you are trying to claim and fall under the category of retarded, but retarded people can't get on the internet. Retarded people don't hack computers. Retarded people don't know how to program. Retarded people don't know how to play video games. Do you understand that? That's all I'm saying, man. You're not retarded. Stop your freaking parents making you believe that. Stop acting like that, you autist. Stop acting like you're a fucking kid. Grow up. You're not retarded. Oh, what, is that triggering you because I'm telling you you're not retarded? I believe in you, autist. I'm telling you you're not retarded. If I didn't believe in you, I'd be just like everybody else around you. You know what I'm talking about, autist. You know what I'm talking about, that, oh, hi, how you doing? Hi, are you okay? You want a candy? That very sarcastic, that disgusting, hi, oh, how you doing? Are you okay there? Jesus Christ, man. Anyway, look. I'm done. We've got 10 minutes left, okay? Let's go ahead and get to some radio graffiti, okay? Because I know everybody wants this, and I know all the autists are out here. I want to hear radio graffiti. I don't want to hear this. I'm getting triggered. Nah. So, hey, you autists, you continue thinking that mommy and daddy are going to be around forever. Because I hate to see you old autists when mommy and daddy ain't around. Who's going to take care of you? Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about you. And that's the biggest tragedy of all this, is that when mommy and daddy are gone, no one's going to give a crap about your stupid man-child ass. Just remember that when you're alone, when mommy and daddy are gone and you ain't got nobody to be, meltdown to anymore, you're going to realize that no one cares about you. No one cares about anybody. No one cares about anybody. Anyway, folks, without any further ado, let's go ahead and get to everybody's favorite part of the broadcast, and I'm talking about radio graffiti right now. Anyway, folks, radio graffiti is a part of the broadcast where the spectators become a part of the spectacle. All you've got to do is give me a call right now at 516-453-9903. When I call on your area code, you got exactly 3 to 4 seconds to say whatever it is that's on your mind. That's why we call this radio graffiti, all right? Hey, engineer, do we got any radio graffiti calls to be had? Hey, thank you very much. And, hey, what do you have to say about autist, engineer? I mean, don't you think that, it's an eminence front? It's a put on? You see, not even the engineer appreciates the type of kid gloves. The type of kid gloves that you people are I mean, look, the engineer has to work. What's your excuse?
No, I got to play this video game, Ghost. You don't understand. I got to play this video game.
So I'm just saying. This man's working. What's your excuse? That's all I'm saying. Anyway, let's get to some radio graffiti calls right now. How about anonymous radio graffiti?
This is Sparta radio graffiti. I am going to attack Westminster Bridge in Parliament because it's radical Islam. Let me get my freaking gun. Out here, for Christ's sake.
All right, you know what? Shut up. Get that crap off, man. That's not even funny. Shove it up your damn cooter. 352 radio graffiti.
We got 8 people radio
fucking graffiti. Crippling on faux-foes.
We got the crack rat. Ghost is epileptic. Delete rape snake. Man, leave rape snake alone. We got the Syrian vape club. Oh, you son of... We got the colon punisher, for Christ's sake. Christ, man. Jesus Christ. The autistic capitalist. Oh, great. High gas bill in Syria. Damn it! Shut up! Ungrateful TCR host. What the hell do you mean, ungrateful? The yellow Jew of Texas. Shut up, you anti-Semitic bastard, Smith. Girl fart connoisseur. Syria down by 58. Shut up with the Syria go. May I see your...
all right, that's enough. We already did Twitter shout-outs, ass clown. Jesus Christ, anonymous radio graffiti. Jesus Christ, what the hell is that? Is that Horny the Clown with circus music in the background, for Christ's sake? Anonymous radio graffiti. All right, well, we get it. You need to turn down your goddamn radio, Milky Liquor. Anonymous radio graffiti.
I can't stand that stupid faggy goddamn black guy.
What's up?
Oh, Jesus Christ, it's you.
I'm gonna break your legs.
Oh, Christ, no! Get away! I'm now! The goddamn cripple!
Shut up with that stupid Cleveland crap, man. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with you people obsessed with an over-effeminate fat black man. There's something wrong with you people in the head. 919 Radio Graffiti.
Go sock. Radio Graffiti.
This is True Granny Radio. True Granny Radio.
I am your host, my granny. There you go, Ghost.
The badass of boring news. Get your life for it, or get her death. Broadcasting from her pissing chair in San Antonio, Texas.
Take a piss on my granny.
I'm falling, and I can't.
Shut your stupid, stinking, smelly salmon hole.
And now, she'll take it from here. The Black Monkey of Ghosts family, the granny they call.
My granny?
God damn it, I told you! I told you not to talk about my granny, you son of a bitch! Man, I've told you all not to talk about my granny. I've warned you. My granny was a pious woman, and she does not deserve to be besmirched like you assholes are besmirching her memory, boy. Give me the mic. Give me the mic. You son of a bitch. Son of a bitch, man. Son of a bitch. Distilling capitalist radio graffiti.
Hey, bud. So as you know, there's some flooding over in my part of the world at the moment, so I've got the day off. But I just wanted to let you know all is well. I've got my esky filled up with my spray cans, so I'm not going to lose those fuckers. In fact, mate, I've got here a nice SLS etch primer. So I've done a bit of a Twitter poll, so they want me to snort this one. So let's just go ahead here.
No, man, no, I don't want. You're sniffing primer now. You went from paint to primer. Paint to primer. I mean, what the hell am I supposed to say about that? This is my inner circle here, for Christ's sake. Anonymous radio graffiti.
This is the Cleveland show.
Here we go with this crap. Shove it up your ass. How about, who else we got here? How about anonymous radio graffiti? Oh, great, a Helen Keller deaf mute. How many more of these are we going to have? Anonymous radio graffiti. Yeah, great. Another Helen Keller deaf mute, for heaven's sake. Jesus Christ. 647 Radio Graffiti. What the hell's up with the Helen Keller deaf mutes, man? Come on! Come on! Anonymous Radio Graffiti. All right. You know what? Y'all don't want to do this? Y'all want to just, be Helen Keller deaf mutes? Maybe I won't have goddamn Radio Graffiti all goddamn week. How you like that? You see, I try to be a nice guy to you little twats, and you see, you don't produce. You're a bunch of losers. I should have known better. Huh? Are y'all mad about the Aspie crap? Get over it. Anonymous Radio Graffiti.
And I will work hard to be your champion. And I won't be playing golf.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies.
You all shut up! Shut up! Shut your stupid mouth! Let me tell you something, man. President Trump is doing a hell of a lot more than any president has done within a short period of time that he's had. So you all shove it up your ass. Give me the freaking mic. Jesus Christ, man. 352 Radio Graffiti.
Over here, stranger. Welcome. Got some rare things on sale, stranger. What are you buying?
All right, you sound like a sick pervert. Shut up. You sound like a sick pervert, for Christ's sake. 614 Radio Graffiti.
Ghost, I have a great idea. Because you're thinking some sort of a war is coming, how about a TCR weight loss challenge? I'll even put up a special reward myself.
A TCR weight loss challenge? I mean, who would even be serious about that? I don't even want to see fat bodies, to be honest with you. I don't even want to know. One more. How about Anonymous Radio Graffiti?
Does Samuel L. Jackson like anime?
Yes, I do. Hentai too.
What the? Are you joking? No way! Samuel L.